back in the old days.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call It Crits, where it's a bunch of nerdy people are going to play some D&D. Hopefully, I've been doing a bit of promoting for this session. Actually, I did a bit of TikTok promoting, and I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to boost. I don't know if it worked, but if anyone's come to watch us that doesn't normally watch us, then hi and welcome. Right, okay, so we're going to jump into tonight's session. It's been 2 weeks since we all got together, so hopefully, after a quick recap, we'll all know exactly what we're doing. So, it's a bittersweet recap. We'll see what happens. So, you guys, the party, the Silver Wolves, formerly the Slaughter Goths, are currently on a mission, an academic mission for their party wizard Yarn, who is out to disprove the existence of a magical stone called the Illusionality Stone, which is rumored to have the power to create any illusion magic and make it real. The party have made their way towards the town of Westera, which is on the westernmost point of the Aenean Kingdom. They had a meeting with Kai Somerled, the cartographer there, and then the tower that they were in was subsequently attacked by a giant rocky creature, giant creature, which had apparently been awakened from something called one of the oases, or the footprints of the gardener. Tasked now with moving, which is actually still on the same direction that they're going in for Yarn's quest. You guys are now tasked with investigating each of these oases to find out what's going on and to see if you can possibly stop what is happening. You briefly had a quick RP session where you had a conversation with the Turtle. Other stuff happened regarding one of the characters' pasts and stuff, which we'll probably unearth later, if it comes up. And you've made your way now to the very first oasis, which is named the Spring of Dreams. Just a nice name, really. And so you've headed to the Spring of Dreams, and you've spoken with. Now I need to get my notebook. I don't know why I haven't got it already. You've spoken with the chief of the tribe that lives around the Spring of Dreams. His name is. DM checked his notebook.
A weird name.
Yeah, it is a strange name. Chief Batan. Chief Batan is he's the chief there, and he's basically where we last left off. He had told you to go and speak to their village scholar, Jario, who knows a bit more about these kind of things than what you guys would know or what anyone else would know about it. Other information that he gave you is that they're actually all packing up and leaving, as the village is actually in a bit of disrepair because when the guy Moran came along, led by a Goliath, of which you don't know the name, and one of the Vicious Whispers generals. They basically awoken something from within the oasis, which then tore through the town, tore through the village and flooded it. So everyone's now in the process of leaving and moving somewhere else. So, I think that's kind of where we last left off, and he basically told you to head and see Jario. So, folks, I'd just like to say hello to Domesticated Moss, and welcome to the chat, and thank you for joining us today. You guys head through the waterlogged village, and I'm going to throw the map up on the stream. If you guys would like to see the map, it is on the Discord. If you head into maps, it's the one that's there, the Spring of Dreams. You head down and back. Well, actually, you head northwards. I say northwards. You head up the pathway and round to the left pathway. And Jario's cottage is, if I get my marker, don't know if I have my marker on here. There it is. Ping, little green marker. For people that can see on the map, or the people that aren't on the... There we go. I can't get my marker now. There we go. For people on the stream, there, my green marker is now on the house that you guys are going to. So, yeah, so you guys head over to this cottage where Jario... You'll actually been led there by Dionyso, who was the one of the guards, I guess, of the village, who had led you there. So you head... Dionyso takes you there, and he just says to you, Jario is he is one of the he is our only town scholar. He is pretty clever with all of these things. He should hopefully know how to fix this if you are willing to help us. Thank you very much. And he looks at you, Grinks, with gratitude in his eyes, as you were the one that put forward the offer to help.
I'm just gonna half smile and then walk towards the hut and just mutter to myself, "Could have sent a memo."
I will stay. I will stay outside for now. If you do need anything, you can get to me. But for now, I will stay close. With that, he sort of like points you towards the door. Who's going to enter or knock?
I will follow Raujan's lead.
Oh. Okay.
Glorious leader.
No! You do realise this is like the elven equivalent of following a 5-year-old's orders.
I'll be honest, it's probably a lot better than some of the other people's orders I've followed.
That's fair. Okay. Right.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that me?
Strangely, no.
If you have to ask.
Ayla, I've never followed your orders.
Okay. Okay. I will. Is there a door? Is it just like an open hut?
No, there's a wooden door on the front. There's a wooden door in this hut.
I was going to say it's not like bead curtains which I have to flail to get through, is it?
No. There's a wooden door.
Okay.
It was a big curtain.
Yeah. So, knock.
You knock on the door, and after a short while, there's kind of like a rope pull on the door to open it. It pulls open and opens inwards, and you see an elf. He's quite elderly. So I think actually you actually notice he's actually half elven. He's got like slightly grey hair. He's slightly hunched. He wears a pair of sort of like half moon spectacles on his nose, and he's wearing sort of like dark red robe with a rope tie around the middle. He is wearing undergarments as well, so it's not like he's showing his pride. But he just opens the door and says, "Hello."
Hi. We've been told. Sorry. My name's Rajin, and these are my friends, and we're going to fight the thing that's making the water, and we've been told that you can help.
Oh, very well. He looks out and sees Dionyso. Dionyso just kind of looks up and says, "The chief sent them." Says, "Oh, very well then. Come on in." And he opens, sort of like pushes the door open. Might be a little bit cramped, but I'm sure we can all get around the coffee table. He kind of ushers you all in. He looks out to Dionyso and says, "Are you coming as well?" And Dionyso says, "No, I will stand guard." Says, "Okay." He closes the door and sort of walks in and says, "I'd offer you tea, but I don't actually have any left, and with everybody, on the way to vacating the village, I didn't think it'd be proper to get any from the shop, considering the shop is... Well, actually, the shop is flooded. So, how can I help you?
Well, we need to go down to stop the thing that's making the water from making more water. Am I getting that right? Is it we need to go down?
I need to close the rift.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, that's the reason why we're actually evacuating the town, because of the rift. If you're telling me that you're actually going to close it, then, well, do you actually have that capability?
Raljin nods. I nod, and then I look at Grinks to kind of go, do we? Because he's the magic guy.
Just going to roll Arcana, if possible, and just see if there's anything that springs to mind that could force it to close. Like an overcharge, plug in the gap, anything along those lines.
Because Jan isn't here, tell you, roll with advantage, because Jan will assist you.
Okay, well, my first roll was better. It's 13 on the dice, so 19, 20, 21, 22.
22. You know of magics which are ritualistic magics, which you can use in order to close portals to planar dimensions. It's not something that you are proficient with. It's something that you'll have heard about or read about whilst you were doing your studies within the Magic University that you've been to, whilst you were studying your Arcana. So it's not something that you yourself would be proficient with. However, you do voice these things to Jario. Jario says, I have studied magic for quite some time, and I guess what you're saying is possible. I'd have to dust off the old wand, but I guess there are a couple of ways to do this. The only problem is, I mean, you don't actually have to be down there to do it. As long as you were above it at a certain distance, at least 200 feet, you could perform this ritual. For this, knowing where it is, we'd have to be possibly on a boat directly above it. I can do the spell to close it. I have probably got it in my old spell book. But unfortunately, we couldn't close it until we've pushed back everything that is coming out of it.
And what is coming out of it?
Well, the elemental plane of water is one of many aberrations that seek to find, a meal, I guess, within the material plane. Unfortunately, a few of the people that we've sent down there to investigate it have fallen to these strange creatures that have been coming out. The last one that made it out alive and made it to the surface told me of a giant creature that was trying to push the rift open. Unfortunately, until we actually push that thing back, I'm not going to be able to actually close it. It would have to be a joint effort of the spell being cast and the creature that's down there trying to push its way through being forced back through the gate onto the other side. If it did make it through the portal, then I'm afraid that our little spring of dreams would be the least of the world's worries.
Hmm.
You say you need to be within 200 feet of it. How deep?
The spring itself is roughly around about 200 feet to the bottom.
And that's where the rift is?
That's where the rift has been spotted, yes.
So we're going to have to go down there to buy you some time.
Preferably, yes. Well, that is the only way of doing it. Actually pushing this creature back through the hole, and by pushing it, I would certainly not do that physically. You would need some sort of way of doing it at a distance. If you were able to push it through, and then as soon as it's through, if you send me some sort of signal, I can close the gates.
Okay.
Well,
The only major problem is we can't breathe underwater. And as I'm saying that, my hand's visibly trembling, and I'm going to reach into my pack and just pull out a bottle of alcohol and just put it on the table in front of me.
I can help with that as well. Breathing underwater is obviously not something that is it's not a capability that most people have. I myself don't have it either. But there are potions and elixirs that one can take to give you a certain amount of time underwater. If you give me some time, and obviously I know time isn't something that we really have. Give me an hour or two, and I can mix up some potions of water breathing, so that you can take those before you go down. Then after we've got that, hopefully, maybe in the interim you can come up with a plan of action on this. I can give you a brief description of what we've been told it's like down there if you wish. Help you with that.
Yeah, that might be helpful, and I'm just going to take a massive swig.
Well, the creature that's pushing its way through is actually only one of the threats that's down there, and there are some smaller threats that have been pushing through. They've been described as octopi-like creatures, only they have teeth coming out of their they like fly. They're creepy creatures. They let off a cloud of gas. Well, I say like a cloud. It's not like a mist that you don't want to get too close to. Those are the only other things that are coming through. The creature itself that is coming through the rift appears to be struggling to push it open. However, the rift has moved significantly, or opened significantly since it first opened. So I guess it hitting it as hard as you can just to push it back. Some of our people did try, and it did manage to push it back slightly, but unfortunately the other creatures got to them first. So my first instinct would be to say don't get too close or do anything to the big one until you've taken out the little ones. How about you head on over to, well, I'd say it's a tavern. It's not. It's more like just a drinking hole, just opposite where the chief's hut is. Head on in there. They don't have much, but I guess you can take a seat and have a think about what you want to do in your plan going forward. I'll have your potions of water breathing ready for you by the time you return, and then we'll go with whatever plan you've got. I'd say that we'd be able to give you some people, but unfortunately, if this does go south, we're taking everyone and we are leaving. So, thank you for what you're doing, and I really hope that it's going to be successful, because then at least we don't have to leave. Is there anything else you wanted before we go our separate ways and do these things?
You say you say some of your people made it back. How did they fight underwater?
Well, melee attacks and ranged weapons still are effective underwater. It's just tricky. One, I would say, certainly, if you're going to use any weapons to fight at close range, you're going to need lighter weapons, daggers, short swords. Anything you're going to throw, I would say spears, tridents, if you have any of those. They're better at long range. Bows are good, but they don't have as much range as they would, obviously, when they're on out of the water.
Still a magical, perhaps?
And so unfortunately, even magical bows don't have as much effectiveness. A crossbow is actually probably one of your better weapons if you were to go down there. That's a good weapon to use. It has max capabilities and still does max damage. Sal gives a little fist bump.
I'll reach into the back of my cloak, around my coat, and pull out my crossbow and just kind of slide it across the table to Raljin.
If
Thank you.
if you do want any weapons such as tridents and spears, we do use those to fish. So if you ask nicely over at the just at the building opposite the chief's huts, there's the fishermen's quarters. If you do head over there, I'm sure they'd be happy to give you everything that they've got. I wouldn't carry more than 5 each if you're going to go that road. Might impede on your swimming capabilities. Which actually does remind me, how good are we all at swimming?
I'm not bad. And to be fair, I wouldn't worry so much about the weight because to begin with, we're going down anyway.
Yes, that's a good point. Right.
I learned to swim when, it turned out that there was a lot of beachfront real estate where I'm from. so, yeah, we learned how to swim.
Good. How about you, elf? Or half elf?
Yes, I am an able swimmer. I have swam as part of growing up, and yeah, I can swim.
Good. There is one more thing. As capable of as a magic user as I am, I will be unable to perform this spell alone. I'm going to need someone, a capable magic user, to stay with me to prepare the spell and to give me the warning of when to use it. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at you. He looks over at Jan. You look to be a capable magic user. Would you be willing to stay behind and assist me with this? Jan, or rather than me roleplay him, Jan will just nod. Say, yeah, I'll do what I can. Do you need me to stay here now? And he says, yes. Just if you can help me get the components ready and maybe help me prepare these potions of water breathing as well. Jan just nods. He's going to stay with Jario to prepare those, and he will stay out of the water, effectively take him out of the fight as well. Right, where would you like to go from here, guys? So you've had this conversation. He's given you lots of information. So you've got a few options here. You've got the you can head on over to what would be the watering hole, the drinking bit. Yeah, you can go and sit and do a plan. You can head on over to the fishermen's quarters where you can get yourself some spears and things if you want. They are there. There's other things you could possibly.
Yeah, I think spears are a good idea. Speaking from a point of view of killing things, I'd be quite happy to pick up a few spears and launch them at this enemy of ours. Yes, good call.
The spears take strength to throw.
I believe spears are let me just double check with the player's handbook.
You'll need to be familiar with using.
I would say that.
Well, spears are where are they? So a spear is a simple weapon, and it's a thrown, so its range is.
So you don't need training.
Yeah,
no.
I think
Think what? Sorry.
Are thrown weapons?
So,
Sorry.
sorry, you keep breaking up, Sal. Sorry.
Is it strength or dexterity?
I believe as a rogue you choose with thrown weapons, but it's a thrown is a dex on this one. So a spear is a simple weapon, thrown range 60, but you can use dex because I believe with a rogue don't you get to choose your dex? They're simple. I think you still need you but if you've got proficiency in simple weapons, you should be fine.
Okay.
I have.
Yes. You can choose dex or strength, and even if there's discrepancy on that, I'm going to say you can choose dex or strength if you are a rogue, especially. It's a strength weapon usually, but if you're a rogue, I'm pretty sure you get to choose.
So for me, Phil, I'd go strength. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely would. The versatile, so as well. So you can use what you can actually. It's versatile, which means you can not throw it and do 1d8 damage, or you can throw it and do 1d6 damage. So, right, okay. So, he also says, I mean, I've given you as much information as I've been given third hand, but if you do manage to track down Leandra, she's the one that's the only one that managed to make it out alive, and she's well, you'll probably find her at the at the watering hole, the drinking place. I don't know what we call it, but
The pub.
the pub, if that's what they call it where you're from, that's fine. The inn.
The inn. The tavern.
The tavern. No, that'll do. You'll probably find her at the tavern. She's been drinking quite a lot since it happened and not being very useful with the evacuation. But then I don't know whether you can blame her or not. Sorry, what was that, Sal?
It sounds like she has PTSD, so she's probably got an excuse.
Perhaps, but I guess if you want a first-hand account of exactly what happened when down there and exactly what is there, then you can speak to her.
I have a theory here. If we were to dip these spears, the spearheads of the weapon, into some sort of poison, wouldn't that be more effective when trying to kill this beast?
But then wouldn't it wash off because we're going in water?
Yes, unfortunately, I think your dark elven friend there is correct. The poison is great on weapons. However, it would probably rub off under the water.
True, fair point.
But I guess it's a good idea. Unfortunately, not as effective. So, I think with time is of the essence. You, what did you say your name was? Jan. Come with me. I'll show you how to make these potions of water breathing. You guys go formulate a plan of how you're going to alert me when this beast is back in the hole, and yes, we'll see if we can't save the Spring of Dreams. Now be off. And he kind of turns and takes Jan and wanders off to another corner where he starts taking out drawers and like glass bottles on the side, and they start preparing your potions.
Huh.
The communication part's relatively easy. If as long as I can move within 80 feet of the surface, I could probably send a message to them. That's not a problem.
We should probably find out what kind of spookables are down there, right?
Yes, good call. Knowing your enemies half the battle.
You go do that, kid. I'm gonna go. I need to go back to the carriage, and then I'll go pick up some spears and tridents.
Okay.
Sure, you don't want another drink.
Oh, I've got that covered. I'm just gonna pick up the bottle, put it back in my satchel, and start heading towards the carriage.
Oh, he's already gone. I was going to say I could buy him a drink to make up for stabbing him. Never mind.
So yeah,
I think I want to inspect the weaponry. I'm really curious as to how we can maximise our potential in killing this thing. And I also want to work out what exactly is it? What exactly is this thing underwater? We haven't actually got a name for it yet, have we?
I suppose we could call it Tim.
No, what I mean is, it matters not what its actual birth name is.
Tim is good.
What is it? What is it we're trying to kill?
Well, that's what we're going to go see this lady about and, ask her.
Good, because we want to know the best, most efficient way of killing it, don't we? So we can prepare.
Right. So, what's the plan of action then? Who's going where?
I'm going to view the weaponry.
Okay.
I am going to head to the drinking box.
Drinking box. We'll call it the drinking box.
Yeah. Ralgin, old chum, you get the beverages in. I'll inspect the weaponry. I'll be back round sharpish.
You will be sharp.
Aylar is heading to the weapons. What's
also going that way, right?
What's Sal doing?
I'm going to the drinking box.
You're going with Ralgin.
Yeah.
Grinks, what are you doing?
I'm going to the carriage, and I'm going to spend 10 minutes casting Identify on the carpet.
Okay. So Grinks, carpet. Right. Just making sure I've got notes on who's where. Okay. So, we will go with. We'll start off with Grinks actually, because that's a nice, easy one to start off with, and we'll come back around. So, Grinks, you head on over to back to the carriage. Probably still a little shaky and bewildered about putting yourself up for this, as well as the rest of the party. And you kind of open the door to the carriage and step up into it, and sort of like there, still rolled upon the floor, is the carpet that you took and had been able to sort of like detect magical. Sort of like detect magic on it. So you sit and roll it out on the floor, and it actually, your carriage is actually that big. It actually does fit, just sort of like turned up slightly at the edges on the floor, and you kind of sit on it, and you begin to cast Identify. 10 minutes later, you are able to identify this, and I will put this in the Discord magical items for you as a carpet of flying. So I believe the size of it, if I've just got my notes here.
The size one. We didn't roll high enough for the large one, but it wasn't the small one.
Yeah, I remember now.
I believe that is a medium.
So it's a 5 foot by 7 foot carpet. It's rather large. So it's got a pretty good carry capacity. And so I'll read out the stats for it. So you can speak the carpet's command word, which is Leviosa, and use an action to make the carpet hover and fly. It moves according to your spoken directions, provided that you are within 30 feet of it. So the carpet can carry up to twice the weight shown on the table, but flies half speed if it does. So you've got a weight capacity of 600 pounds on there. So yeah, you have a carpet of flying. Leviosa is to make it fly.
Roll it up, and I'm going to go to the roof of the carriage, and I'm just going to roll it out on the roof so it's easy to get hold of.
Okay.
And then I'm going to wander over to where the weapons shack was. So that'll be me until I catch up with everybody else.
Okay. So simultaneously, we head over to Aylar, who you head on over to the weapons. The fisherman's hut, and I'll just move my thing if I can actually get a hold of it. There we go. So the fisherman's hut, which is actually, I did tell a lie. You actually go across the bridge and over there because the fisherman's hut is over here. So you're heading over to the fisherman's hut, which is, if you look on the map on the Discord. It's across the little bridge to the left of the building that you were just in, and go down through the trees, and the fisherman's hut is just there. You head on in, and there's a couple of people in here. Some of them are actually just packing things up. The boats have mostly been pulled ashore. There's only there's like one still in the water, but most of them sort of been pulled out, and they've been sort of like tied up onto wagons, ready to move. There are some of them which have actually been destroyed. They've just been chucked onto like a big pile of broken boats as well. They're all sort of like working hard and seem to just to get things ready to leave. What was that? The funny noise. So, Ayla, what do you do?
No idea what that was.
I don't know either.
Sorry, that noise distracted me a little. What's my options here?
So I've just described there's a few people. There's about three elven fishermen. They're all gathering their fishing supplies and stuff like that. They're bringing it out of the oasis. Most of the boats have been pulled ashore. There's a pile of broken boats which have all been sort of like pulled out of the water and salvaged for any of the good bits, which they're then putting up onto wagons ready to take, and as they're getting prepared for evacuating the village. So you can approach one of them if you like.
Yeah, I'll approach one of them.
So you approach. There's an elf male. He's he's topless and wearing sort of like brown trousers and like leather boots. He's got like a toothy necklace around his neck with quite sharp jagged teeth on it, which he wears quite proudly. His face is quite. Looks quite worn for an elven. He's definitely not half elf. He's definitely full elf. But he looks like he's seen a lot of sun and done a lot of labour. That kind of, he's got quite large hands as well. He's kind of pulling one of the boats ashore and kind of inspecting it as you approach. As you begin to walk over to him, he looks up and kind of clocks you coming over, and says, "Yes. How may I help you?"
Hi there. I'm after some spears and tridents.
May I ask why?
Yes. Got to be perfectly honest. It's quite clear I'm not a fisherman.
No, you certainly don't look like a fisherman.
No, and
don't
I'm
smell
not.
like one either.
Thank you. I'm after spears and tridents because I want to do some underwater killing.
I don't know if
big
anyone's...
thing. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, which isn't great when you...
I don't know if anyone's told you, but the town is well, the village is evacuating. We're taking and packing up all of the spears and tridents, and we're heading, well, I don't know where. The chief will probably tell us once everything's ready.
We're trying to help the village and the chief and everyone. We're trying to go deep down beneath and identify this rather frightful monster, being whatever it is, monstrosity, and we're going to try and kill it. Any ideas what it is we're facing?
I have no idea. I wasn't. I have not gone on there. In fact, I've not been on the water since its arrival. I mean, I've been in the shallows to pull in some of the boats, but from what I've seen, from the looks of the faces of the people that I've seen that have seen what's down there, and only one's seen it close up, I'm staying out of the water as much as I can. And to be honest, my friend, I think you'd best do too. As capable a fighter as you may look.
The thing is, I'm not alone. I have a party with me, and together, with the help of some magic as well and some weapons, we're going to try and rid the water from this monstrosity. And somebody's got to do it, and we're a party of adventurers, and that's our role in this sort of scenario. So your help would be much appreciated.
You say you have a party. How many of you are there?
That's a good question. We've got... Let me see now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around about 5 of us. 5, give or take, depending on who's coming and who's helping out in the background with magic. Yes, because you see, all of us can't fight at once. You see, some of us are going to have to assist with the preparation of some magic spells and the application of some magic spells. So actually doing the fighting, maybe 4 of us.
Huh. I guess that's. I mean, you're more than welcome to try. I guess. What harm could it do? How many?
Is there anything you know about its weaknesses? What did this person that survived? What did this person that survived say about it? And is he or she about to talk to?
If you want to speak to her, you're probably looking at the drinking hole.
Any name of this individual?
It's Leandra.
Leandra, right?
Yeah,
okay.
to be honest, I've not spoken to her since it happened. When she was pulled out of the water by my friends over there, she was blabbering on about something and horrifying things. And to be honest, I was too busy to listen. But if you ask one of them, maybe they can tell you.
And they're all at the drinking hole.
No, they're just over there. You see, he kind of points over, and you see there's 2 other elves. They're carrying one quite sturdy-looking boat that they've obviously picked out of the pile that's not been destroyed, and they're kind of loading it onto a wagon.
Right, okay. I want to speak to them in a second, but in the meantime, any development on the spears and tridents?
I guess if you're going to go down there, what do you want, about 5 each?
Yes, please.
I can get you an assortment. If you give me
particularly pointy ones, please.
I can give you plenty of pointy ones. So absolutely. Okay, give me 10 minutes, and I can try and muster. We've already loaded some of them up onto the wagons, so if you give me about 10 minutes, I can probably muster up one of the wagons, and you can take that with you to your friends.
Most appreciated, my friend. What is your name?
My name is it's Reynard.
Reynard. I'm glad to make your acquaintance, Reynard. I'm Ayla. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Ayla. Okay, give me 10 minutes, and he sets the boat down that he was pulling off the shore, and he wanders off into the shack where there's like some more like wagons which have been loaded off. There's tarps pulled over, and he starts taking the tarp off, and you see lots of shiny implements under there. There's spears, a few tridents, and things like that. Are you going with him, or are you doing something else?
No, I'm doing something else. I'm going to say I'll be back in 10, and I'm going to speak to the others that he made reference to in our previous conversation. And as I approach them, I'm going to be very careful not to let the robe let slip. I'm wearing the green armor underneath. I'm keeping that robe firmly in place that I was given last session, so that I don't have to explain the whole armor thing a million times, because that's going to get quite tedious.
Yes, yeah, you are wearing the armor of the people that did turn up and do all of this. So yeah, not a good idea to brandish that. So well done for keeping that hidden. So you walk on over to the other 2 elves who are just finishing sort of like tying this boat onto this wagon and sort of securing the knots. And yeah, that you walk on over to them. They haven't noticed you yet.
I'm not going to startle them. I'm going to very calmly walk up and very sort of open and passive, sort of peaceful body language, open palms, defensive posture, and I'm going to say, "Greetings, friends."
Oh, hello. Sorry, didn't see you there. How can I help you?
Yeah, I've just been speaking to one of your colleagues, and I've explained the situation in the fact that I'm part of a party of a number of adventurers, and we're here to come and do this town a service and rid it of this monster that is lying beneath the waters that plagues your town. I understand you're currently evacuating. There's a number of us that are currently getting equipped with spears and tridents. However, your friend over there made reference to somebody surviving an encounter with this sea beast, and I was just wondering, could you give me any further information on this creature, this monster, what was faced? Because I really need to know as much details as I can about how to kill the bastard.
Leandra, when we pulled her from the water, she was paralyzed with fear. She kept going on about giant tentacles rising from this green pit. She said that one of her cousin actually was grabbed by one of these tentacles and pulled down into this green abyss. She kept rambling on. That was the only thing she kept repeating his name, and I think she feels guilty for that, for what happened to him. To be honest, it sounds like something out of nightmares, if I'm honest.
Yes, describe it, please.
I can only really describe from what she said. She just said it was, well, two giant tentacles rising from a green abyss. That's all I really got from her.
And did these tentacles reach out and grab?
They
grab.
I'm not sure. She said that her cousin got close enough and got too close, and it took him. I'm afraid if you that's all the information I know. Unfortunately, I've not been down there. In fact, since the story, I've not been able to sleep, and to be honest, I'm working as fast as I can to get these boats loaded up and get out of here. To be honest, if this thing is coming through, I don't want to be anywhere near it.
And no reference to how big it was.
If it was big enough to grab someone and pull them down, then it's big enough that I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Yeah, I completely understand. Thank you for your time. I understand you're busy. I'll let you return to your work. I'm just going to go back to your colleague and assist him with the spears and tridents. So thank you for your time.
No problem. Come on, let's get these things going. And you see them like going over and going to get some more boats. Right. So you head on back inside the shack where you see Reynard. He's pulling lots of spears. He looks and says, "Yeah, you wanted the sharper the better, yes?"
Yeah, the most deadlier the better. Thank you. Excellent.
Okay. He kind of starts chucking. He's like, "No, not that one." He chucks a rusty one to the side. Nah. He pulls out a few tridents, which look really nice, like 3 speared ones. He says, "These are actually probably the best ones, but you could probably only carry 3 of these rather than 5. They're a little weightier than the other ones. You've got to be a little bit more proficient to use them. In game speak, these are martial weapons, so you can't use these ones unless you're proficient with martial. The spears you can use if you're proficient with simple, but you have to have martial weapon proficiency to be able to use a trident."
I believe I am a accomplished fighter. I should be fine with those, and many in my party will be fine with the spears. So we could take a mixture if that's okay with you, and I can arm the party adequately with the mixture of a fine variety. If that's okay with yourself.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm just literally giving you an assortment here.
Thank you.
He chucks one onto the no pile, but it kind of strikes your eye. It's a trident. It's certainly not in bad repair. It's not like rusty or anything like that. It's got quite a strange sort of like reefy aesthetic to it. It's kind of got like a coral spike that comes up, and then shells that kind of spin out of the like the other 2 prongs are like shells with like almost like ornate decorated tentacles that kind of come out with almost like a fin's like almost like a fish's fin decoration around the bottom of the actual trident like fork part itself with a long silver shaft. He kind of dismisses it and kind of throws it to the no pile.
Can I just interject, sir? May I look at this? May I look at this trident here? It looks rather unique in comparison to the others.
Oh,
this looks like a special sort of trident. May I ask why it's not suitable for this job of killing this beast?
Oh, that's that's kind of a special one. Wouldn't it used to be my father's. So I'm a little bit lapsed to give that one away, to be honest.
I see. It's rather special. Is it a particularly efficient killing weapon?
It's pretty good for fishing. I'll definitely say that. He used to call it his fish commander. It allows him to command the fish to come to him, and then you can just like haul them into the nets. But it works on a variety of undersea beasts.
How about if I was to make a proposition? How about if I was to say, would you be willing to honour your father's weapon by allowing me to attempt to defeat this beast using this weapon, and then upon a successful resolution, I will return this trident to you, and then it will add to your father's legacy, the weapon's legacy.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay, so my persuasion is. Let's have a quick gander at this. I'm trying to big up the sort of it would add to the value of this sort of unique.
And I'm taking that into account. I'm taking the difficulty into account on that one.
Okay, well, persuasion's a +2 for me.
Nice.
Ooh, I've only rolled a 10 and I've got a +2. That's a 12.
Okay. He kind of looks at it and says, he looks you up and down. Says, "You seem like a capable fighter. I just, I'm scared."
Can I show him my shield and say, this shield is a detailed sort of chronological order of the things that I have actually defeated myself on this mission. It's got all sorts of things, and you can see the variety. There's all sorts of creatures there. I am, in fact, an accomplished fighter, and I would like to honour your father by utilising this very precious weapon and extending its legacy further.
He bends down to the trident on the floor and picks it up and says, he closes his eyes, turns away and hands it over. Says, "Okay, just so you know, I'm very reluctant in this, and I will be wanting that returned to me once you've completed your mission in pushing this thing back. Do you understand?"
You have my word. May I? Where shall I find you?
I'll be here. I'll be here.
Right. You. My name is Elar Synodal. I am part of the Silver Wolves, and that's our party name. You will find my comrades in the watering hole locally. We are one party. I will return with my party and return this special family heirloom to yourself in person once the task is done.
Okay, I take you at your word, and he extends a hand to shake it.
Yep, I give him a firm handshake whilst looking him in the eye.
Okay, hopefully it will come of use to you. I don't know what type of creatures are down there, but be they beast or anything else, but hopefully it'll work. We shall see. He picks up the other tridents and spears that he's been sorting. I've done you the favour of organising these into the best of the best. However, I do want these returning as well, or those that you don't lose. Which is why I'm nervous, because I know that some of these are thrown weapons. So I want to make sure that you retrieve as many as you can, please.
I will do my best. You have my honour.
These are all of very fine quality. So in game terms, they're all +2 spears and tridents.
Whoa, way.
But I want them returning after this. I don't want you absconding with any of these, please. This is our livelihood here. We use these to catch our fish. We use these to fend off creatures from in the forest around us. This is how we survive. So I need these back.
I understand, and that is why we're here. We're here to rid this beast from these lands so that you can return to life as normal.
Very well. Did you need? Actually, he kind of puts them all in a big leather satchel with two hands, so they're really long. You know what I mean? Kind of like he lays it like down the ground. There's like a circle on the ground, and there's 2 handles on either side. He lays them all down and then kind of pulls the 2 handles together, and it kind of lifts them all up. What's your base?
Can I put that in the bag of holding?
You can put them in the bag of holding. You'd have to kind of open it and slot them in one at a time.
If that's okay, just makes things easier, doesn't it?
It does. It probably would make it easier for you. So you've got a total of... Hang on, how many have you got? So, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're going down. I'm going to say you've got 15 spears and 6 tridents. And then you've also got the Trident of Fish Command as addition to that. So I'm going to write that down as well, so that I've got a record of that. So 15 spears, 6 tridents, and then you've got the Fish Command, Trident of Fish Command, which is hilarious. Just to let you know what that does, because this is a magic item, and he will have explained this to you. The Trident of Fish Command is, it does require attunement, so whoever uses it is going to have to spend some of this time attuning to it. It's a magic weapon. It has 3 charges, and it's got those 3 charges with it. While you carry it, you can use 1 action to expend 1 charge and cast Dominate Beast on a beast that has swimming as an ability, that has swimming speed. The Trident regains its thing, so you can use Dominate Beast spell on a swimming beast.
Sounds amazing.
So whoever uses it has to attune to it, though, so they will have to spend some of their time in these 2 hours that you've got attuning to it. You've probably used about half an hour of your time doing this. Right, whilst you've got all those and you spend time slotting all these into the bag of holding and then walking back to meet everyone else, Sal and Raljin will go to you. So you guys walk from Jario's hut down to the drinking hole. The drinking hole is more of a... It's not really a tavern as you know it. It's very open. There's no rooms to stay in. It's not that kind of tavern. It's kind of got a U-shaped or a square U-shaped like table that goes around the outside of it, and right in the middle of it there is like a makeshift kind of bar, I guess you could call it, a few barrels with something, but it looks it's very, very empty. The only 2 people in there is a female bartender who is actually doing more of clearing things up, and like tables and chairs have all been pushed to the side, and anything that's of value, I guess, has been removed, and the only thing that's been really left behind the bar is 1 huge barrel of drink that you see the bartender pouring out and walking over to another table where you see a female elf, blonde hair, sunken in her chair, kind of shaking as she takes the goblet, I guess, from the bartender, and you see the drink kind of almost spills over the side as she takes it, and then she immediately starts sipping on it, and you see on the table there's actually 3 other like goblets around that's one's upside down, one's turned on its side, and just kind of like, it almost looks like she takes a drink and then she looks like she's staring into space. You see the bartender give her a comforting pat on the shoulder and then kind of walk back off to get back on with moving and getting out of there.
Raljin, I think you're probably going to be better at the talking to people thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll.
Should I get an order in?
I'll do my best. If they're still serving, it might be a good idea to get her a drink.
Alrighty.
I'll...
Yeah, I guess we should get her. Yeah.
So yeah, Sal goes on over to the bartender, and you successfully manage to get. How many drinks are you getting?
6.
6.
Don't forget me, I'm on my way.
Yes, there's 5 of us, and Jan doesn't want.
Yeah, Jan's too busy.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Oh, I'll get an extra one just in case. 6.
So the bartender okay, and starts filling 6 goblets full of whatever is in the barrel. Ralshin, you approach Liana. Is that her name? Got my notes. Leandra. You approach Leandra as she's sort of sat there. There is a chair next to her, but she doesn't even seem to notice you approach her as you come up sort of from the side. She's kind of continues to take a drink.
Well, since she sat down and I'm stood up, the hood's not going to be too much use, so I'll just pull it back and say, may I sit?
Huh? What? Who are you?
Hi. Oh, hi. My name's Raljin, and I'm here to. Well, I'm here to help.
Look, the priest tried to speak to me, and I know that Melora's goodwill is there, and I'm sure she'll help me in the long run. No, I'm good for the faith right now, sir. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very new to this, but I was actually hoping that you could help me. You see, my friends and I are going to help your village, and we think you might be able to help us do that.
How can I help you? As you know, what possibly could I do? I was useless. I just ran. Nothing else to do really. We're all running now. We're all going. There's nothing. Once that thing comes through there, that's the end of the Spring of Dreams. Probably the end of Accalia, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't have to be, and so look, I'm not gonna make any promises I can't keep, but my friends and I have taken on all kinds of creatures and lived. We've survived multiple dragon attacks. We've fought an entire colony of mimics. We've fought cultists and monsters and things that were made of living fire. And I think that we have a really good chance of saving your village. But in order to do that, we need to know. We need to know what it is that you saw.
There's there's two types of things down there. There's the smaller ones. They're a nuisance, but I think anyone that's proficient with a sword or a spear could probably take them down eventually. It's the big one.
Tell me about the small ones.
I think I can probably closely relate them to. It's almost like an octopus or something. They've got long tentacles, dark eyes, and the teeth, vicious teeth. But it's the strangest thing is how they make you feel. It's almost a calming effect. It's like you feel okay with the fact that they're about to devour you. Unless you can shake it off. Not all of us are able to shake it off.
Can I do I guess a nature check to see if I recognize the description of such a creature?
You can try, yes.
Okay. Hang on, let me go. Da-da-da. Oh yeah, now you're all low. Hang on. 10.
10, no. This doesn't seem to ring any bells with you at all.
Okay.
Seems that it's something completely alien to you, especially if this is something that's found its way across planes. Nature might not help you as much in this. it's probably something that's a little bit out of your program of study. Let's put it that way.
What about the I kind of brace myself for how she may react to say, what can you tell me about the big one?
She turns her head away from you and tries not to think about it. The one that took Sando. I can still hear him screaming. It was huge. It's bigger than anything I've ever seen. I think if it manages to make its way through that portal, I think it'll completely take over the whole spring. It's got, at the moment, all I could see was two huge tentacles rising from the abyss. I told Sando not to get too close. She kind of slams her goblet on the table, and you get splashed with the dark ale that was inside. She doesn't even apologise. She just kind of just angrily slams it. I don't think she's probably quite inebriated at this point and reliving the moment as she says it. Says, we managed to hit it a couple of times, and it actually pushed back. We just kept throwing things at it, but Sando ran out of spears, and I was trying to get to him in time and to try and hand him some of mine, but he said no. He said he thought he could push it through himself. Fool! He tried to swing at it with his sword, but one of the tentacles got him. Crushed his bones instantly and pulled him down into the green. I've never heard a sound like it. I want to be alone now, please.
I am going to put my hand on hers, and then I pull away before I actually do. So I can't imagine what it is that you've been through, and I guess I'll find out soon enough. But if it helps, we're going to do our best. So that what happened to Sando doesn't happen to anyone else.
I don't know what they've got you in for. Well, actually, I do know what they've got you in for. I know exactly. I don't know how they managed to persuade you to do this. And the Spring of Dreams. It's more like the Spring of Nightmares now. We need to leave.
Well, that's the thing about nightmares. They always end.
She kind of sniggers, and she downs the rest of her dark ale and slams it down the table. And she says, Cinder, I'm not going to be having any more. I'm going to go and see if my father wants any help. And she stands up and kind of almost falls as she pushes the table out. And she rather than push the chair, she pushes the table forward, and like all the other goblets on the table kind of fall down, and whatever was left in the other goblets that she was halfway through kind of spill out onto the table. And she stands up and kind of leans on your shoulder for a second, and then staggers out of the open air doorway and out into the streets, heading you probably towards her father. Yeah.
Oh, good news. More for us. Here, there's one for you, and one for me, and one for Ayla, one for Griggs. And because we got here early, we now get one extra one each. Good work.
As Leandra is staggering out, you see Grinks arriving shortly after, and Ayla just a couple of minutes later. So all these sort of things sort of happen simultaneously, and you all are now together within this within the drinking hole, I guess we can call it, ready to hopefully make a plan going forward. I'll tell you what I'll do is we will go to break there, and if you want to, you can maybe have a discussion during the break, and you can come back and talk about what you're going to do on stream when we return. So we'll have a 10-minute break. We'll come back at 8 o'clock, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Excellent. And and then we'll go on until I'm good until 10 tonight. We'll come back at 8 o'clock. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. So time for us to go get some TP and hopefully no K. And we'll see you all shortly.
Letters from Dondon, notable
Hello.
NPCs.
Hello everyone, and
Lights.
welcome back to Call It Crits. Sorry, Simon is just trying to find where maps are on our Discord.
Potions and poisons, magical items. I can't see it.
Are you sure?
It's there, Simon. It's so if you go up from potion and poisons to magical items, then go up one more, and it says maps.
No, it doesn't. It says letters from Dondon.
Oh, that's weird.
That's very strange. You can't see it. Hang on a second.
Permissions. He's got permissions, Phil.
He's got permission. Well, that's very strange. Don't know why you can't see it then. That's very bizarre.
Maybe Ayla is blind to maps.
It's not even a private channel, so everybody has permission. Even the other people that are on the Discord can see it. Which reminds me, if you are watching, you'd like to join the Discord.
Yes, we have a public section now.
Yes. The best way to find that is to head to our link tree, which is linktree.ee/Call It Crits, and you can find our link to our Discord on there. But I don't know. Have you still not found it, Simon?
It isn't there, mate. That's why I haven't found it.
That is weird. It's definitely there because I'm looking at
it.
It
is there, yeah.
So
and you're in the channel.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, right? What I am saying is, I'm sure it is there, but on my screen it's not there. If that makes sense. Maybe it's hidden from me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know why. But I mean, I can't even invite you to it because it says that you've got access to it. So that is.
Anyway, someone's just sent me a picture of it.
Oh, there you go. Right, so on the stream, I'm just going to move the green marker to where everyone is now. So, welcome back to Call It Crits anyway, just with all that aside. The party are at the Spring of Dreams, and they're currently formulating a plan before they dive down into the Spring of Dreams to fight whatever creatures are down there so that the portal to the elemental plane of water can be closed from above. Unfortunately, they have to push back whatever is trying to crawl through in order to do this. So they've gathered some information, they've gathered some weapons, they've managed to get themselves a nice bunch of +2 spears and tridents, which are on loan. They will want them back. And they are also... you've also been given a Trident of Fish command on loan as well, that they also want back. They sort of like hopefully pulling on your heartstrings a little bit, saying that they are actually for their livelihood. This is, they need these to catch their food and everything like that. So it would be best not to steal them. You've also had a word with some of the people in the village regarding what is actually down there. From what you can gather, there are 2 types of creatures down there. One is a smaller tentacle type creature that has a pleasing aura about it. However, when its teeth get wrapped around you, it's not so pleasing. And I don't know why I said that. And another creature that is much larger than these ones. It's 2 massive tentacles that are trying to push through this portal into the material plane, which is the one that crushed and killed Sando, which is Leandra's cousin, who was down there with her, and she saw the whole thing. So that's kind of where you were. Leandra drunkenly left the drinking hole and has made her way to go help her father pack and leave because she generally believes that you will fail. But then she's seen this thing firsthand. So, we'll come back together. Everyone, apart from Jan, who is still helping Jario create the potions of water breathing, you all gather together in the drinking hole and are sat around a table with, from what I can gather, is 6 drinks bought by Sal. The drink that you have is like a very dark ale. It's probably the cheapest thing that they have because everything else has been packed away, ready to leave. So it's not the best stuff. It's kind of got a really when you drink it, it's got a really bitter taste. And it's almost thick in its in its like the texture when it's in your mouth. It's almost thick and it lingers for a very long time. Even if you neck it, it lingers in your mouth, and you kind of have like a dry sensation in your mouth after drinking it. It probably goes down easy with you, Grinks, but
it's one of the best I've had. It's amazing. I'm used to this shit.
Yeah. So so you so you're all sat together now.
Right. Okay. Can I just?
I've got an idea.
Okay.
So, I only heard this. That the idea comes from when I was travelling with the menagerie. We ended up hitting a few coastal towns. The fishermen used to bait their big prey. So it's back when we was over in Kingsport. Now what they used to do is get offcuts from the butcher. Fish heads, anything that stank. Thinking if we get a few sacks of ruined meat, drop those to where we aren't, we might be able to draw some of them away and either pick them off one at a time or use it as a distraction to send the beasties where we want them to be.
I have got an update for you which may play into that plan of yours. That is an excellent plan. But I've just been over to a location where our colleagues who are in this plight have been loading up, ready to leave and abandon this area. And they have actually managed to issue us with spears and tridents. Now, one of these tridents is a rather special, precious one, and it has magical properties. And those properties enable the user who is attuned to this item, to control sea creatures. Now, could these be used to accompany your plan?
Do you have it with you at the moment, Ayla? So
Yeah.
just while we're at the table, if
So
you could get it out.
let me show you. Let me show you what I have. And Ayla then very carefully pulls out 15 spears, 6 tridents, and 1 fish trident with its beautiful decor attached.
I'm going to cast Identify on the trident, Phil. So I'm going to take 10 minutes. So I'll spin my ring round so that the pearl's on the top, and I'll take out a feather and place it on the table in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the stat block because I want to see how the Dominate Beast spell works.
Okay. 1 second. Let me just give me a second.
Oh, what page is it on in the PHP?
It's not. It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Have you got that?
Yes, you got me for Christmas.
Oh, yes, I
Sal
remember.
said I'm back, smiling
Yeah, one
face
second.
with open mouth
Master
and
Guide,
cold sweat.
what page is
Sal
that
has
on?
been distracted by booze.
Sorry, I just had Discord talking to me saying what Sal had said. Right, so it is on page for the stat block. It is on page 209.
So whilst you're looking that up, Ayla's just going to say, so I've got these weapons, but everybody, listen up. I have some important information. And he downs his pint really quickly and he goes, we must find the elusive Leandra. She may hold the secret to this monster. So let's look for her now in this watering hole. Puts down glass.
Yeah, I've already spoke with her.
Where is she?
She left.
What do you mean she left? Please tell me you know the secret to this beast.
It's big. It's got tentacles. It's stuck trying to get through some sort of rift. I do know
And that's
a
it.
bit
We still
about.
don't know how to kill
I
it.
do. I do. Well, I don't think we're going to kill it. I think we just need to push it back and close the rift. That's the plan. But
This is how that. Sorry,
I do know about the smaller ones, and those seem to be the problem. They're odd creatures. She described them as like octopus, but with teeth, and they have some sort of magical calming effect on their prey.
With this not being necessarily strictly animal handling, Phil, or survival, this is more magical, other realmly. Would I be able to have a roll on this with Arcana, by any chance?
I will allow it.
Okay.
You can say that you're pulling from your your studies of magical creatures, I guess.
Okay.
And other planes.
It's not particularly great. It's 12 on dice, but 12 plus 6, 18 plus 3 is 21.
Where are you getting the +3? Bloody hell! What are you adding to that?
So I've got 2 pips in my skills, so
Okay.
that's 2 proficiency, so that's 6.
Okay.
Plus my intelligence modifier, which is 3.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. So +9. So yeah, that's pretty good. So these sounds, in some way, shape, or form, to you, they sound like aboliths, but by the size of the creatures that that have been described, they sound a lot smaller than the aboliths that you've read about. Possibly more minor aboliths than anything.
And any weaknesses or anything like that come to mind?
You know that with a 21. You know that these creatures are amphibious. You know that they are telepathic creatures. However, minor aboliths are less so. They don't have their ability isn't as powerful. There's no specific weaknesses to be had for these creatures. They're actually pretty hardy. They can attack quite a many times. I'm not going to say exactly how many. But they do have the ability to draw you in and enslave creatures with pleasing thoughts.
Is that a wisdom saving throw?
That's well, you wouldn't know, but 1 second.
No, but I might get told by my esteemed colleague.
Very likely, yes.
Oh, bollocks.
Would I know that? Would that be classed as a charm effect?
It is classed as a charm effect, yes. So
anybody with
about
Fey
elves and charms?
ancestry should have advantage on those throws.
Advantage, yes.
Okay, so
right, hang on a sec.
I'll
me,
relate.
Yes, you are elven, so you have advantage. You're all elves.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, it's a big deal, but we've got to really screw this up.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll relay the details of the Trident of Fish command, which is basically what you told us anyway. The reason I was asking to identify it was to see if like say charisma was could boost it, but it's DC 15 flat, so anybody can use this.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's good.
One thing you do know about aboliths and minor aboliths is because they are from another plane, they are classed as aberrations and not beasts. So your trident will not work on the aboliths.
And dominate beast where is that in the spell? Because I'm wondering we could still use this as a weapon to get other fishies to attack them.
Works very well with your other plan.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned it when you were explaining your plan, and that's why I brought up the trident at that point, because it struck a chord with the way my mind works as well. The distraction there's a method of attack.
Yep. So Dominate Beast. Where am I? Dominate Beast. So you attempt to beguile a beast that you can see within range. It must succeed in a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. If you or the creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, it will have disadvantage on the saving throw. It will have advantage on the saving throw. Sorry. While the beast is charmed, you have telepathic link with this as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use a telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious, no action required, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple command such as attack a creature, run over there, fetch that object. If the creature completes the order, it doesn't receive further direction from you. It defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. So, just so you know, the Spring of Dreams, these creatures are not going to be the only things down there. There are other creatures down there that you can use to your advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So where was that spell listed? Was that in the Dungeon
Master? In the Player's Handbook, page... Sorry, I've lost it now.
It's 235 is Dominate Monster.
It's Dominate Beast you're looking for.
Yeah.
So it should be a page before that.
Right. I think we need to have a chat about a plan for this.
234, right at the bottom, it says Dominate Beast, and the description for the spell is on 235, just before Dominate Monster.
Legend, thank you.
Alright, no problem.
Okay, I'm going to say a few words, and I want feedback on thoughts. Okay, so the first word I'm going to say is Alchemist Fire. Is that a problem underwater? Probably is. I don't know.
I don't think it'll work.
Okay.
Do any of you want to roll an intelligence check to see what you might know?
Yes, go on then.
Does everybody want to roll an intelligence check at this point if you're all thinking about it?
I've asked the question, so I want everyone to do it because I'm not the most intelligent.
Oh, God damn it.
No.
Ooh! Oh, 17 plus 1 is 18.
Okay, Ayla got 18. Raljin?
5.
No, you don't know.
Also 5.
Sal doesn't know. Grinks?
Crikey,
13, but do I add anything to that? That's just a flat 13 on dice.
It's intelligence.
Yeah, add your intelligence.
Oh, so 16 then.
16. So Ayla knows more than everyone. So
back to school.
You would also know with your role, Grink. So you would know. Raljin and Sal don't have a clue. But Ayla and Grinks, you both would know that fire attacks underwater would be less effective than if they're on land.
But this is amphibious, which means...
Yeah, game speak, it basically means that any creature that is submerged in water has resistance against fire attacks.
But that's not necessarily my point, because somebody mentioned it's amphibious before, which means, as I understand it, it might not necessarily be submerged.
Well, you're going down 200 feet below the surface of the water, so where you're going to meet them, they're going to be underwater.
Yes, we may be able to move it to land. I don't know. It's not impossible. It's highly unlikely, I admit.
The whole point is we don't want it getting through.
Okay, fair enough. All right, next word is what the hell is it called? Ring. Magic ring. Ring of fire.
What?
It's going to be the same principle, isn't it? It's going to be the exact same principle. Ring of fire. I'm not talking Johnny Cash.
Yeah, so using your ring of fire would have a whatever you cast from that.
Yeah.
So fire isn't useless. It's just it's not
optimal.
It's not as optimal as other things.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to. Well, firstly, I'd like to hope that my dice don't betray me again. But I'd like to check and think if I can figure out how bad it would be for me to use an ice arrow underwater.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. So that's going to be DM ruling, to be honest, because there's no official ruling. But roll an intelligence check to see to see what you would think to this.
Oh god damn it! It's not as bad as it has been.
Oh,
I'm still not
bloody hell.
rolling fantastic. Intelligence, you say?
Intelligence, I say.
12.
12. From what you know, obviously the ice from even from when you cast the ice, you can't hold it for too long before you actually have to let it go. It's not like when you pull back an arrow and can hold it to aim. You have to pull it back and you have to fire quite quickly because you can feel the cold. So you imagine that was underwater, it would still be very cold. You'd have to release it very quickly. However, you do know that it might have some, you may not get more range on it, so the range might be impeded. However, the damage might be better.
Okay. I was more concerned with if I tried to summon an ice arrow, would it instantly freeze me in a block of ice?
You know it wouldn't do that. It definitely wouldn't
okay.
freeze you in a block of ice.
Okay, cool.
So you should be all right there. Oh, here's what I'm looking for. Sorry, I just realised I've given you the trident, but I need to give you some. There's going to be some creatures in there that you're going to be able to use.
But I need to take it back.
Yeah. And additionally, Raljin, the crossbow that you've got is just a standard crossbow, so it's 1d8 plus dex, and you've got 23 bolts with that.
Cool. I'll keep it as a backup, but I've checked out of character. I've checked underwater combat, see how it works, and
Okay, so with regards to this trident, it's dominate beast. So I'm just. This is party chat, not in character chat. So just trying to figure out who's going to be best with this one. It's concentration check, and you can dominate one at a time. It's not like a mass dominate thing. So, I mean, I can take it because I'm probably going to be hanging back.
I would say you're best person to have it myself.
Unless anyone else feels strongly, I can do it, but it does mean that if I'm going to be concentrating on this shit, haste, enlarge and reduce, and dragon's breath roll off the table.
It's not even an option for me. I can't use martial weapons.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the point. Can I use martial weapon? I don't think I can.
Ooh, you might not be able to.
I mean, I can carry it. I can't swing it or wield it. I can use the ability.
Yeah, you could use the ability, but you wouldn't be able to actually attack with it. You wouldn't be able to use your proficiency bonus to attack with it. You can still use them, you just don't have proficiency with them.
Also, surely, I mean, I'm saying this out of character, as Alar was the one that said he'd look after it, surely it would be proper for him to use it.
Yes. I mean, I am proficient.
The only thing with that is it's a concentration
as a
check,
weapon.
so if you're going to be up front getting twatted, it's going to be pointless.
True.
That's my only concern there.
No, I agree. I see that point. I just don't want us to lose it.
The person who borrows stuff in me is like, oh god, if we lose this, we're going to be in trouble. I don't want this stranger to be mad enough.
I'm having that exact thought.
See, at the moment, all you've got to lose is your word. If you'd have rolled a 10 on that persuasion check, I would have made you give up one of your weapons in order to take it. So at least you didn't do that. All you've got to lose is your word, a promise.
But for Alar,
yeah, that's like your yeah.
But for me, that's pretty much all I've got.
Yeah.
So, but it's. I mean, I'll lay it out on the table, and I'm happy to use it, but I can't actually wield it.
You're gonna be standing back, aren't you? So.
Oh yeah.
If it's magical properties, then you're not going to use it, are you? Lose it, sorry.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? If you're standing back doing the magical sort of stuff, you're not likely to lose it.
I get what he's saying though. Like he won't be able to boost us up with haste or giant or shrink the enemy down.
That's
If you,
that's the thing.
yeah,
But so
Uh,
it's kind of
does
swings and roundabouts.
Does Ralgin have any concentration spells?
yeah. So Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell.
I mean, again, I think Alar's the best person.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, to be honest, with
And-
Ayla, I mean, in theory, he's got a
And
hell
to
of
be
a lot
fair-
more constitution than we have.
And to be fair, Ayla doesn't have to throw it. He can use it as just a stabby weapon.
Exactly. I am very stabby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
If we had
and
spread out and dividing this thing's attacks between us, then not every attack, hopefully, will be against Alar anyway.
We could tie it to Lynx.
Oh, have Lynx use it.
Lynx can't attune to it, unfortunately.
Oh,
Actually,
what?
here's a question for you, Rob.
Yeah.
Lynx, is she strength based or dex based?
I think they're just about the same. Let me just check.
Because I have a couple of things in my back pocket that I could do to Lynx, which would be bloody hilarious.
Oh no.
Bring it.
Yeah, her strength and dex are exactly the same.
So, but for her damage, is she strength or dex based?
Oh, strength.
Oh, the stars align. I have a potion of hill giant strength, and I can make her bigger.
Oh.
And that would last for an hour and give Phil a major headache.
Here's a question: are you taking Lynx?
Hey, cats don't like to swim, but they are very good at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well that Lynx is a lynx, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those can swim. I think it's just house cats that don't like swimming. Most wild cats are fine with swimming.
And I do have an alternate way to
I actually
get.
don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. I was planning to leave her on the surface because I don't want.
Fair.
Well, we can always keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like the idea of a hill giant strength cat.
Yes.
And I will ride her into battle.
Yeah.
To be honest, with that strength and that size, you probably could.
Yeah.
Oh man, you just look like He-Man.
Oh, that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the future if you don't do it today.
Yeah, that would be a good one to do, like, against something like on land as well. So we could always save that for another time if we're going to leave her on the shore. Because I understand you wanting to do that.
She's not. I mean, she's not technically at any further disadvantage than the rest of us. I don't think this is a good battle for her to be in.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm leaving Nyx at the top, and so
they can look after each other.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nyx ain't going down.
No.
Oh yeah.
Seeing as though she's a stubborn bird and won't be anything else, I don't have the choice to change her into anything else.
Hang on, wait a second. If she's been out of shadow, is it like if you put candy floss in water and she'll just dissolve?
There's some substance to her. She just doesn't want to be an octopus or anything else. She's a bird. That's it.
Colleagues, I'm baffled by this point. Anyway, is there any way we can get some more potions? Things like, I don't know, healing potions, things like that? Because we might need these.
This place is going to be tapped out. What we've got is what we've got.
It's worth an ask.
Just to let you know, guys, while you've been having that conversation, I have just populated the water with a multitude of different creatures that you could use. So just to let you know, that's there.
I'll push the trident. Yeah. I'll push the trident over towards to Ayla then. So if Ayla's taking that, well, I suppose we can try it. Go back to the alchemist dude and see if he's got anything in his back pocket that could be useful.
Let's do it. Let's do it because
Okay.
unless you ask.
I'll just hang back just for a second and say to Lynx, I'll go, "Hey, buddy. Look, we're going underwater to fight this thing, and I really think that you should stay on the surface for this one. Okay."
Lynx is just going to agree. Yeah, I'm not really keen. I'm not really keen on the water. I mean, I can swim, but I'm not so good at the diving.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I can keep myself afloat.
You look after Nyx, because she's family too.
I can do that.
Okay. And then I rush to catch up with everyone else.
Okay.
I'll be hanging towards the back as Raljin catches up. I'm just gonna look at him. I'll take my hat off, run my hands through my hair. Last time I was in water, I was trapped in an air pocket for 3 days.
I won't let that happen to you this time.
And I'm just going to be looking ultra nervous as the time to go in is getting closer.
It is. In fact, you're approaching sort of like an hour and a half mark now. So you probably want to be, tying up any loose ends that you want before you go, and then head back to Jario's place. Is there anything you want to do, like before you go in?
Potions.
You'll have a look around, and you'll see that. In fact, this is something you noticed when you were coming in. This place, it won't have anything in the realm of potions of healing for you, unfortunately. Too many people that they'll be used on people that are actually injured from when this thing came out of the water, and because most of the people are packing up and leaving, they're not going to want to spare anything. Sadly.
Okay,
Fair enough. Let's have a tally. Who's got what potions? Because I've still got some. I've still got the ones I had before that I haven't used.
Yeah, I haven't used any of mine. I think I've used one, so we've got loads.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 1 potion of greater healing, 1 potion of healing, 1 potion of giant strength.
I've got a potion of fire breath, useless because we're good underwater, and I've got a potion of I had 2 potions of healing. So that's
not
what I've
that the
got.
fire is completely useless. It's just that they would have advantage on the saving throw. So, like, if it's a dex save, they'd have advantage on that.
No, they wouldn't. So fire isn't. It would do half damage.
They do half damage, right?
Yeah. So if they succeed on the saving throw, it would do half damage, and then it would do half of that. But if they failed on the saving throw, So depending on so the saving throw, it doesn't matter on that. It would just do half of whatever damage it takes or you take.
Okay, so I mean, I think we're more or less ready, unless anyone else can think of anything.
I think I've got 2 healing potions.
Ready?
While we're in the inn, could I retcon something, Phil, just briefly?
Sure.
I want to get a couple of potato sacks full of rotting meat, any offcuts for food, specifically fish, pork, anything that is rotting that they're just going to chuck.
Okay.
Fishermen loading the boats will have loads of cuts.
Yeah, there's loads of like that. Yeah, offcuts of fish and like was it chum? There's loads of chum.
Basically, I'm making chum bags. So if I could just get a couple of empty sacks and then we'll fill those up in the downtime. Don't need to add.
Me too. I'll be making lots of nice smelly chum.
So you'll probably spend the rest of the half an hour doing that. Anyone else doing anything else in this time?
Could I briefly talk to Lynx?
To Lynx, yeah.
Well, I'm going to also mutter a little bit of a prayer to Melora.
Sounds good.
Not in front of anybody.
Okay. What are you saying to Lynx?
Hello, cat.
Hi.
Rob's gonna take this one.
Yeah.
All right. Listen. If on the off chance we don't come back, you will have to be the one to tell Raljin's mother.
Okay.
All of the stuff that, the whole city, nephew, all of that stuff. Can you do that?
Yeah, but you're gonna come back.
Yeah, good. Yes. Yeah. I Sal is going to kind of reach out a tentative hand because they've seen Reljan do it and kind of put their hand on Lynx's head.
As soon as the contact is made, she leans up into it and kind of rubs herself along.
Yes, good. Oh, it's actually really soft. Oh, I see why he does this now.
You hear a gentle purring.
Oh. You know what? I'm definitely coming back, and then I will put my hand on your head again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Good. Friends now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I just love how awkward Sal is. It's great.
Yeah. I think we've made some sort of contract of friendship, and I'm leaving.
No. So she's become a warlock, and Lynx is her patron.
Yes.
Excellent. Right. Okay. Well, so we'll say between talking to the cat, getting chum, and prayers to Melora, the time has come. You just before the 2-hour mark, you head back to Jario's place and sort of like walk in, and just as you walk in, you see Jario and Jan. They've got like a crate with potions of like a light blue liquid, sort of sat there. Yes, Lynx is a cat, big cat, sorry, with like a light blue liquid. I was like, hello. We were just on our way to find you. We're just about ready if you are. I've Jan has quite kindly actually been and spoken to one of the fishermen that were loading the boats and managed to spare quite a big one, so that we can all get aboard and sail to the centre, or I'd say row to the centre, and get things moving from there. Do you have everything else in order? Do you have weapons and things that you're going to be able to use?
Yeah, we're all good to go, I think.
Good. Right. Here, everyone take one of these, and he hands you all one of the potions with the blue bubbling liquid in. Once you drink this, you will have 1 second. You will have 1 hour of air when you're down there. You'll be able to breathe for an hour, and what are the other effects? Well, it's actually a cloudy green liquid, so I do apologise. So yes, you'll be able to breathe for an hour. It doesn't help with staying down there, so you're going to have to, swim for the most part, and once you get down there, make sure you can stay there. Rocks in your pocket is usually quite a good thing to do. It keeps you weighted, and of course, if you're wearing quite heavy armor, that can help as well. I've heard you clanking around a little bit. Is it Aylar, did you call yourself?
Yes.
So you probably have no problem.
At the thought of the mention of weighing down, you see Grinks break out in a sweat.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "We've got you."
I'm just gonna nod.
Right. No time like the present then. We better get going. He leads you around to across the bridge and down to where you got the spears from, Aylar. So you didn't actually have to carry them, but you got them anyway. Have you actually distributed those yet?
Yes, I have. I will distribute them. So I give the spears to the people who are familiar with basic weaponry, and I give the tridents to anyone who's interested, who's familiar with martial weaponry. And if you're not, then I will obviously operate the special trident. And what I don't want to take too much down with me, do I?
So you're able to. Yeah, I mean, you might have to leave your shield. Because
I'd already thought of that.
If you want to have the ability to use your sword as well, you could hold the trident in one hand and hold your sword in your fighting hand,
Now, what about my armor? Because my armor's quite light, isn't it? Because it's that special armor. Would that be all right?
The armor will be fine. You'll be absolutely fine with your armor on.
All
of you will be at half movement underwater anyway, because it is classed as difficult terrain. You don't have a swim speed.
My other question is, Iron Stone.
The Iron Stone. That's a
question.
That is a magical item, and when you use it, it will stay in orbit around your head.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, does it work underwater?
Yes, it will work underwater.
Okay. Quick question, Phil. On the map where we've come out, there's dotted things that look like braziers. Are they indeed fire braziers?
Yes.
Okay, so as we're walking along, I'm going to be stood next to Raljin. I'm going to pause for a moment, stare into the fire, and I'm going to use control flames and turn it into a visage of a wolf's head, but change the colour so it's silver, like a white hot. And I'm going to do that in every brazier as we walk past.
Oh, that's so cool.
Interesting.
Nice.
I like it.
Sal would like to ask Galar, like, listen, I've got a crossbow. I'm probably not going to be using any of these trident spear things, because look at me, I'm small. I'm not really my thing. I could carry some for you, so that you could like have more things to throw.
Silence. Who's that talking to? Ayla?
Ayla.
Yeah.
Sorry, my wife was just talking to me then. Sorry.
Your wife? Oh my God, you're married? That was quick.
Sorry, that was out of game speech.
Well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have followed you into that cave. No. I'm kidding. That is not why I sounded that.
Oh, that has just cracked me up. That has just cracked me up. I thought we went to the cave to get the guano.
Oh, you lied to me.
No.
Right.
My hopes and dreams are ruined.
Back to reality.
That is very much not the case.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
So you're offering to.
Is Aylar planning on using like multiple tridents and things? Because I've got a crossbow which will work quite well underwater, right?
Yes.
So what Aylar would like
to instead of a spear.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is use some of the tridents if possible. I mean, this is all depending on what is possible, what's not possible. Use some of them to throw, and then obviously special one to keep and jab and use its magical properties. Because I imagine the tridents will have a higher damage. The good tridents will have a higher damage than the other items. So that's what I was planning on doing, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you'll be.
If you need someone to carry extra ones for you,
like
I'm
a caddy.
probably not going to throw any. Yeah, I could be your trident caddy.
That would be very good if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to use any spears.
I also have 2 hand axes that will be strapped to me. I'll take those hand.
Loaded, like the Matrix.
Well, he's always had these hand axes strapped to him, but he's never actually had to use them because he's always been a bow or a swordman. But he's gonna actually make sure he's mentioned that in case I have to use them, and you go, hang on a minute, Ayla, what hand axes? You've never mentioned hand axes. He's got them strapped to his sort of like leather belt sort of thing.
Okay.
He's gonna take his hand axes. He's just making a point of that, so in case that came out, like he loses his. Let's say he loses his trident and his sword, and his two long swords.
Hold your axes for you.
So he's coming to the defenseless. He pulls out his axe.
Aylar and Sal are going to be sticking quite close together then, so that Sal can hand. So you're going to have 3 tridents attached to your back then, Sal. Is that correct?
Well,
you're either going to have 3 tridents or 3 spears. It's or 5 spears. Right. Sorry.
I mean, if Aylar's going to be going into melee, I can. Yeah, I've got a dagger and I've got like. So yeah, if it's helpful for you to have someone with more weapons for you, I can do that, but I don't mind either way. And that offer is open to other people as well.
Right. Quick question.
Okay.
Now, I just want to ask the party this. How much of a game plan would it be to take down a certain stone with us, offer up this stone to the beast, and then, oh, but I bet you can't say no, because you can't say the activation word because we're underwater. And the activation word would then elevate this creature out of 150 foot in the air.
Want to take it out
No.
of the water. That's
We
the
want
whole
to push
point.
it down. We want to push it back in, further down.
I think Eli wants to fight this thing.
times.
Ayla wants to
Ayla,
give it.
I don't think we're going to be killing this thing. I think
Okay.
we're just it's kind of like when, like, if there's an iceberg, you don't sail towards it hoping that you're going to make it sink.
Okay, yes.
We
It's just
just want to not die.
I've just spent far too long with a half orc that just convinced me that you had to annihilate everything. So that's my issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
Right.
sometimes the victory is just not dying.
Yes, I agree. I took you were completely right. Thank you for correcting my ways.
Yes.
I have to become more wise.
Oh, listen. In other circumstances, it's an admirable plan to just kill everything, and I agree. I love doing that too. But sometimes you need to pick your moment.
Yes, I think you are right. Thank
Yeah.
you for
If it makes you feel better, we can find something to kill later.
that. Yes, as long as it's a bad thing, then that's all good. Yes, I agree.
If that's what. Yeah, sure, bad thing.
It's
Yeah.
it's not all about the killing. It's about ridding the world of abominations. That's what it's about for me.
We will still be hurting it, so that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You were right. You're right. You're correct.
Can
I
we
am
go
now
now?
back. Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
So this is all happening whilst you see Jario and Yano loading up the boats. Jario is actually drawing a magic circle on the base of the boats with a kind of like a red, a dark red charcoal that he's putting on. You see it almost spark slightly as he's drawing on. It almost sort of burns into the wood as he's doing it. He says, "Oh, don't worry, it's not going to sink the boat or anything. I hope not, anyway." And he continues to draw this. Says, "Jan, hand me that sage." And he begins to sort of like do some extra stuff. Just prepping. This is the prep work. I'll actually do the incantation when you give me the signal that this creature is pushed back.
Yeah. That's a good point. Gyrant, sorry. Grinks. You said you could message him?
Yeah, 120 feet. So worst case scenario is I can swim up and get a message. If Nick stays here as well, she might be able to relay a message for us.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my coat off and my shirt because it's the only shirt I own, and it's a good one. And I don't want my coat getting wet. And I'll take the boots off as well. So I've got my components pouch, my satchel, sword.
Okay. So I need an inventory on who's got what. So before we go in, so Raujin, are you taking any of the spears or tridents?
I'll take a couple, but I'm gonna basically be relying on my magical ice arrows, I think. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my quiver on shore for Lynx to guard because I don't want my arrows floating away.
Okay, so no quiver, and are you taking tridents or spears just in case?
Couple of each.
Well, you can take up to 5 spears or 3 tridents, or you could take. I guess you could take up to 3 spears and 1 trident.
All right.
If you're taking a selection.
Yeah, I'll take 3 and 1.
3 spears, 1 trident. Sally, you're taking 3 tridents, aren't you?
I'm wondering if I can take 2 tridents and maybe a spear.
You
Just
could
in
take
case.
2 tridents, 2 spears.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 tridents.
And just so everyone knows, I cannot use the tridents. They are there for other people to take.
Okay, I like that. Grinks,
Okay.
are you taking any?
I'm taking 5 spears because I can actually use them and I've got decent dexterity.
Okay, so 5 spears for you.
But I don't know if that needs to be modified because what I'll probably be doing with one of the spears is tying the chum sticks to them.
Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. That'll just it'll make hitting harder because they'll have a bit more of a because there'll be more weight at the end. They won't fly through the
I'm not
water.
necessarily planning on hitting them. I mean, if anything, it'd be draw the beastie in with the chum and then just push through and kind of spear it. So it wouldn't be necessarily thrown.
Okay. And Aylar, are you taking spears?
Special tridents.
So special tridents.
And then what else am I able to take?
On your back, you can take either 5 spears or 3 tridents.
I'll take. How many tridents have we got left?
So you were given
we,
6.
We were given 6 and 1 special one, so I've got the special one.
So 3 have been taken. So you can have the 3 tridents, or you can have 5 spears.
I'll take the tridents then.
Okay, 3 tridents.
Oh, and my 2 hand axes that are strapped to me, if that's okay.
You've got those as thing. I'm actually just looking at the difference between a trident and the spear. There is actually no difference.
Oh,
you know, I was just looking like spear. 1d6 piercing damage, same range of 60 feet, and they're versatile. And a trident, 1d6 piercing damage, range of 60 feet, versatile, and 1d8. There's no difference.
Oh.
So
yeah,
I've got
1d6.
Could you just say for the purposes of this, that the tridents are 2d8?
Hang on.
Well, they're all plus 2. So
yeah, but didn't you say that the spear was d6 and the tridents are d8? Didn't you say that?
I think d8 is for if you're doing stabbing rather than
if you're stabbing.
throwing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what I intend to do.
Yeah. So yeah. So okay, so you've got so I've got your inventories down. So you all get onto the wooden boats. It kind of sways from side to side, and it looks like it only just takes your weight. And Jario kind of makes you all sit uncomfortably to the sides, to the front and the back of it, so you're not anywhere near the magic circle that he is inscribing in the base of this boat. And Jan is kind of helping him with that. He asks, he says, 2 of you rows into the center of the spring, please, while I just complete this. And he's going to do it. Who's going to row?
I will.
Okay. Anyone else? You need 2.
The other one.
Okay. So Grinks and Ralgin, you 2 row the boat. I'm not going to make you check for this. You row this boat into the center of the Spring of Dreams. As you get closer and closer to the center, you do actually look down, and you can see this green eminence sort of illuminating from the bottom of the spring, and what looks as you look deeper like 2 waving shadows, almost like from side to side, just waving and just blocking the light every so often. You can't see them in detail, but the shadows, or the silhouette, should I say, do make tentacles come to mind. And they are rather large. You also, as you look down, you also see a few very quick movements kind of float around and go past the green light quite quickly. You also notice some of the other marine animals in there as well. And there's like rocks that are sticking out every now and then. You see a couple of the giant crabs that are sort of like out of the water. What else did I? There's there's shoals of fish that you can see swimming around closer to the surface. Others that you can't. I mean, there'll be other animals down there that you can't see, but it all depends on whether you plan on using the magical item that I've given you. So, you eventually reach the center, and Jario tells you to stop, Says, this should be about right. I can probably successfully complete the spell from here, but once that creature is out and pushed back just long enough for me to complete the spell, we can close the rift, and then we can hopefully we can save what's left of the village. I guess that's it for me for now. It's up to you guys. Good luck.
Okay, so I'll drink my potion of
Drink
water
the other
breathing,
one.
and do a little salute, and then just fall
Just stop him
backwards.
before he falls back.
Oh.
Grab him.
Ah! Dude,
And I'll
you
pull him by his tunic and pull him back up. While I'm holding him, I'll just say, "You're gonna have to push me in."
Look,
let me.
I go to him.
Hang on, Sal, what did you say?
I can do that.
You said, "Let me."
What?
Yeah. I say, look, I'm not going to, and then I just push him.
Yeah.
You splosh down into the water, Grinks. It's cold. It gets right up into your undercrackers, and you kind of see you kind of start spluttering for a little while just on the surface. Can you actually swim?
Yes, but I had a bad experience.
Okay, give me an athletics check, please.
Oh, that tracks. 5 on dice.
Oh yeah, you Grinks is struggling. He's in the water, kind of kicking
can I
his legs
help
up.
Can I help him, Phil?
Absolutely, you can. Are you going to dive in after him, or are you going to try and help him?
I'm going to dive in after him and help him.
Okay, so you dive in after him, and can you give me an athletics check for yourself to see how well you swim?
Yeah. So what? I mean, my backstory is I've survived in the forest and wild and everything. So swimming's part of what I've done. So, oh shit.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Even with my +4, it's an 8.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah,
You the face as he's tried to help.
You just kind of go, "Don't worry, I'll help you," and you dive in after him. And you're used to
Fire
swimming.
brigade always say never jump in after anyone.
Yeah,
You become a
exactly.
victim too.
You're used to swimming. You're quite a good swimmer. However, you're not used to swimming in full plate armor. And even though this is light armor, you still can't move in the same way that you would move if you were swimming just in your undergarments. So you dive in and immediately become a little bit stuck yourself because you can't move your arms out to get the full paddle, and you begin to sort of struggle yourself. So
We're doing well.
You don't manage to get to Grinks. You're not in dire need, but you're actually struggling a little bit yourself, and you need to actually get used to swimming in the armor that you're in. So Alar and Grinks are in the water, doing really well.
That's one way of putting a positive spin on it.
Oh dear. Who's next?
Sal's gonna drink their potion.
Okay.
And then kind of give Helgen a thumbs up, and then really slowly crawl over the side of the boat, and then go okay, so God, I did mention that my city was basically almost entirely drowned, right? Oh God, here we go, and I get into the water.
Give me an athletics check to see how well you hold yourself.
Oh well, it's athletics, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I get a -1, so that is a 6.
Oh, we're all flopping around like bears.
You see Jario kind of I thought you said that you could all swim.
Sarah's not letting go of the side of the boat, but they're kind of kicking their legs, when you see those toddler swimming lessons.
Yes.
And I'm still looking at Ralgin with that kind of I'm doing really well look in my face.
The dice make us fools of us all.
I just got, look, I promise you, we are competent.
All right, well then you do it.
And
You're
then
so competent, you do it.
I said we, and then I fall backwards into the water.
Okay,
Oh,
give me an
he's gonna
athletics
be like
check.
a bloody otter, isn't he?
There we go. See, at least one of us is semi-decent and rolled above a 10. Athletics, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
All right, 10 is all you guys needed to swim. I mean, so yeah, you actually managed to you managed to paddle around and get yourself into you managed to tread water competently. So you're all now in the water, treading water competently. Well, Raljin is. Grinks, it takes you a little bit of time, but you do, because you're not laden with armor, you do eventually manage to kind of, when someone's trying to swim too much and you're just kind of like really going for it, but you keep it above water, your head above water for now. Aylar, it takes you a little bit of time, but you do manage to get used to the armor that you're wearing, and you kind of get your balance, and you manage to tread water. And Sal, the same for you. You do eventually. It takes a little bit of time. I think it, but you do eventually manage to get yourself together. And
yeah, I as once Grinks is comfortably afloat, I swim over and I go, you do realise we have to go down now?
I'm just going to gulp.
Right. Okay, so who's going down first?
I will try.
Okay.
Do I
so
have to roll again?
no, I'm not going to make you roll for this one.
Thank goodness.
No. For this one, this is just basic movement. So you
Here we go.
you just see Sal's head bloop, go down under the water, and you begin to swim downwards. It's from what you can actually see. In fact, I'll say that you all eventually do get down. Well, you can all have the description together to save me describing it 4 times. It's a rocky sort of like a rocky bottom to this. So it kind of sort of like jagged rocks that stick out from side to side. You see shoals of fish and other marine animals, and sort of like marine, like not seaweed, but like pond weed that kind of comes out in jagged areas. It's quite murky. You still manage to see. But it takes your eyes a while to get used to it. However, you are attracted to the green glow that is right in front of you, and it is a definite marker for where you are going. You're all sort of swimming down. What is your marching order, by the way? Just so I know.
I'll go after. I'll stay close to Sal because Sal and I are going to be working together to kill this thing.
Yep.
Okay, so
I
Sal
think,
and Aylara.
I'm gonna stay close to Grinks, partly so I can protect him, and also so because I'm planning on attacking from range.
Okay.
But being at the back makes more sense.
Okie dokie. Right, I've got the map open now. I absolutely love this map. I can't wait to show you. So I really hope that my computer can handle it. I know it's not done great in the past. I'm just going to I'll open it on stream in a second. You swim further and further down until eventually it kind of opens out and it gets colder as you go down. The water actually gets a lot colder as you go closer towards the bottom. You feel that chill sort of like go through your clothes and hit your skin. You eventually come to it kind of it drops off. The deep kind of drops down into a huge rocky cavern below. Not cavern, but like open, like rocky area below. I'm going to show you in a minute. And you can see the sickly green glow and the cracks and the protruding rocks from below. And what appears to be these 2 tentacles waving and writhing out. And so every now and then they kind of grab the side and try to, almost like something is trying to push its way. And you see the ground below actually rise up slightly while it tries to push through, and then it goes back down again, and you can hear it reverberating through the water around you. You manage to find a crop of rocks where you can sort of like you can all gather together and look over and into this crater, and you can see these other creatures swimming around. If I just let me see if I can do this. Oh, hang on, that's Hang on.
Just as a player question,
Yeah.
does a water breathe? Oh, that's so cool.
I know. I really want to. It's not.
Wow.
It's not how I want it to look. Why doesn't it look how I want it to look?
It looks so cool. For the purposes of like roleplay or whatever, can we speak with water breathing, or is it just breathing?
That's actually a really good point. You can communicate, but you can't actually talk to each other.
So the spellcasters, will they be able?
They'll still be able to use somatic components. I'm okay with that. So they'll still be able to use verbal components.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So I don't know why my thing isn't. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you it properly on here. I'll just have to do with that. I don't know why that's.
Phenomenal film.
It's so cute how they're
Yeah,
sort of bobbling about on the stands.
Okay,
Someone
so
send me this. What is it?
it's all right. You can see it if you go on to Discord now.
Oh, you've changed the minis as well. They look amazing.
I don't know if I did. I didn't realise. So edit transform. How do I? Oh well, our viewers will just have to put it with the fact that I can't change that. I don't know why I can't, but never mind.
I think it looks awesome. I don't know what it is they're trying to change.
Well, I want to make it fit within the window that I've got there, but never mind.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But for you guys, you can see it. This is. I'm gonna have to open it up on Tailspire. So this is what you can see. You kind of all settle yourself out on this kind of ledge overlooking, and I can give you a better view there. Overlooking this chasm below and this crack in the material plane. It is. You actually see what water appears to be pouring through it. You can see almost like a geyser of water coming out of this, forcing its way through, and these two tentacles kind of bashing on and lifting the ground up, but it's not being successful. There's also what you could see it appear to see these four creatures. They're not exactly the minis that I wanted for them, but that's what I got for those. They appear to be circling the area, swimming round the area. Not doing much else but that. So, what would you like to do from here?
Okay. Have we been spotted yet?
Nope.
Bill, where's Jan?
Jan isn't with you. Jan's in the boat.
So how far can we see into the cavern? Can we see all of this with the beasties moving about?
Yes. Yeah, you can see all of this. It's quite well illuminated with the green. What I'll do actually to make it a little bit easier for you, I will lower the water level.
Whoa.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah. So
that's blown my mind.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier for you to see on the screen.
We're still bobbling about.
I know, yeah.
I was not expecting that. I'll be honest.
So that might make it a bit easier for you to see.
Well, we didn't.
The fun part is me moving you around in this, because I've got to move in a 3D space. I've got to press buttons and stuff to move you, but we'll see how it goes. Right.
Bill, that was that good. I accidentally tried to bend my broken toe. It was amazing.
Ooh.
And that hurt badly, but never mind. It was worth it.
Oh,
we could try, because I'm carrying it's almost like giant lollipops. I'm holding the spears with the chum attached to them over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've got an idea. I could stab one of the spears into the ground. We could move back, and I could illuminate it with dancing lights to try and tempt one of them to come to us.
That's a good plan.
If that's what you want to do. Yeah.
What does the rest of you think?
I think that you're going to have to communicate that through mime.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, because you can't actually
I'm going to
talk.
point to this.
Waljin, that doesn't help us.
Actually,
it's like Bill and Ben all over again, isn't it?
I'm going to cast message to each of them individually and relay that.
You still have to speak to cast a message.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, you
Oh, I like the idea that as a message you were also going.
Yes, message.
We're all going, "What?"
You need verbal. So you still need to. Your message will still come through as.
You just
In
might
that
have to do it.
case, what I'm going to do is I will move myself 30 feet to. I presume I'm next to Raljin.
You are. Yes, you're there. You're that one.
So I'll move myself 30 feet to Raljin's right.
Okay. So.
Oh, his little feet go backwards and go.
Hang on, I think that was about right. Yeah, that's about 30 feet.
I'm going to plant one of the chum sticks there,
Okay.
and then I'll move back to Raljin.
Okay. Whilst you're doing this, can you do this with stealth, please?
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's 15 plus 4 in dexterity, so 20.
20.
Sorry, 19. 19. Apologies.
19. No, that's fine. That's a success. So you manage to swim on over. You plant one of the chum sticks down, and swim back.
And what I'm going to do, instead of casting 4 dancing lights, I can cast them as the size of one medium-sized creature, humanoid in shape.
Okay.
And I'm going to start off with a very dim light and bring it up almost like an anglerfish.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
love
just
those
like-
things.
Pulse slightly.
Here. See if I can find a fish.
The idea is it's humanoid in shape, but it's pulsing like a anglerfish.
I think I'm just going to use something instead of it. So there's a toad, I think. Ah, it's a giant toad.
Oh
Good.
my god! Now there's multiple toads.
So I can set the size. I'll make it small. So that's just a placeholder, by the way. That's not actually what it is.
That's where the chum stick is with the light on it.
Okay. Let's make it glow. There we go.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's down there. As you cast that, yeah, this one is immediately, it kind of circles around and then suddenly sees this and is drawn and comes around here. It immediately, as it flies around, snatches at the chum stick. You see the stick snap and splinter off. And that's all of its movement as it gets to about there. It snaps and splinters and it starts writhing around with the chum in its mouth.
Hunter's Market Ice Arrow. Sorry, I'm just doing that.
If that's what you're doing, roll for initiative, please.
I was going to say we have to roll for you do, don't we?
Yeah. So you're entering battle now. So I want everyone to roll for initiative, please. And
I get 2 of those.
Damn it! How the hell did I do that? Sorry, no. I managed to roll my dice and somehow get it lodged between my monitor and my keyboard.
Okay.
Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah.
Oh my.
There we go. That's good. That's good.
Okay, hang on. Tell me in a second, whilst I sort out my different music.
Shit.
Ayla, not so good.
Right. Okay. So let's go with Ayla. What did you roll?
I roll with initiative because of my sword,
You
right?
rolled advantage. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say. And I rolled a 1 and a 4, so I get a total of 8.
Well, we were saying this yesterday, weren't we, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we absolutely were.
yeah. I think we said those exact numbers as well. I think we jinxed it. Okay, Grinks, what did you get?
You said that I'd roll that on initiative. That's uncanny.
I think we did. Yeah.
17.
17 for Grinks. Jan is not in this battle. Kai is not in this battle.
Serious question.
Go on.
Does Jan have any ability to help us from the boat?
He does not. No, he's too busy helping with the spell, and he won't have the ability to help in this.
Fair enough.
Raljin.
23.
23. Nice. And Sal.
11.
11. Not so nice. Not so nice. Let's turn my music down slightly. It's a bit overpowering. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with Oh, hang on. Let's see who starts actually.
Is it me?
No. Let's remove links from this one. Raljin, you're going first.
Yeah. Okay. So, Hunter's Mark, which unfortunately will alert it to my presence if it doesn't know I'm there.
Yes. So I should be able to put a thing on it. Status. Oh, it's not knocked down. I'll just put a glowy thing on it. There we go. So it's Hunter's marked.
And then I will ice arrow it.
Okay. You pull back your bow. As you see the arrow forming, you also see the water around you begin to freeze and crystallize. You know you do not have long before you have to let this go. So you have to... You let it go very quickly. Roll with disadvantage, please.
Fine. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I get stupid bonuses. I would have preferred the higher one, but it's still an 18.
18 to hit. That hits. Yeah. Roll for damage.
And it's 1d8. Is it for the ice arrow? I always forget.
Yes, it's 1d8.
Yeah, plus my...
Oh no, it's the normal ice damage plus 1d6. Sorry, it's the normal piercing damage of an arrow plus 1d6 ice damage.
Okay, so I do 2d6 because I'm also doing my hunter's mark.
Okay.
Oh, it's not the best, but it's not terrible. So
where's my music?
6, 12, 13 plus dex. 17 points of damage. 6 points of ice damage, and the rest is piercing.
Okay. So so it was how much? Sorry.
14 total.
14 total. 6 of it was ice. So it takes 8 points of piercing damage, and 12 points of ice damage because as it hits it, it freezes the whole area around it. It pushes through very slowly, but as it hits it, it hits one of its tentacles and cracks it off as it becomes very cold around the area. The creature makes an unearthly sound. And then turns and looks your way, its teeth and its maw just opening in your direction. So that's a total of 20 damage on that one.
But we can't really hear that because we're underwater.
Oh no, you hear it.
What, even though we're underwater?
You hear the noise. It resonates through the water. Yeah.
Wow. That must be loud.
Yeah.
Okay, so second attack, 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That does hit. Roll for damage.
Doing the same again, by the way. Unless I say otherwise, it's always an ice arrow during this fight.
I figured.
And yes, I did roll with disadvantage.
That's fine.
So that is...
You like me, Raljin. You're good with a bow.
Absolutely.
5, 6, 7, 8...
We'll have to have a competition at some point during this campaign.
12 points of piercing damage and another 6 points of ice damage.
Okay. 1 second.
So 18 total, and then, yeah.
I'm just setting up my initiative order. There we go. Right. So... Oops. No. Sorry. Put that back over here.
Oh, that's good, Phil. This is brilliant. It's getting better every week.
I know. So what? How much? Sorry, just tell me the damage there again.
So it was 12 points piercing and 6 points freezing.
So 12 points piercing, 6 point freezing. So 12 plus 12, 24 points of damage. Nice. Okay. That's your turn. Grinks, it's your turn.
How long have we been underwater? Would you say?
Seconds.
Yeah, you've been underwater. No, more like minutes because you had to swim down. So probably about 5 or 10 minutes. But I'm going to say 5 minutes to swim down this far.
I'm going to take my first proper breath.
It's really weird because the water comes in, but as you take a breath, it comes in. It's quite thick. The air is really thick, and it almost feels like you're breathing in the water. It's really uncomfortable for the first breath until you eventually get used to it and you realise that you can actually breathe and you're not just breathing in water. It's actually taking in the water but taking the air out and magically transforming it. It's really, really weird.
once the panic's over, I'm just going to reach over and squeeze Raljin's shoulder, and I'm going to reach into my components pouch and pull out a stick of licorice. I'm going to take a bite, and I'm going to cast haste on Raljin.
Okay, so
Nice.
Raljin, you are now hasted. See if I can.
And with that as well, the other effect of that is because haste is concentration, dancing lights winks out.
Okay, so dancing lights goes. So that's it's gone.
So next turn,
wow,
I get
that was
3
cool.
attacks. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're hasted. You're double movement, which means normal movement underwater, and yeah, you have an extra attack. Is that your turn, Grinks?
For my movement, I'll be moving back slightly towards the... So, diagonally to the right of Raljin, I'll be going back towards the edge of the shelf.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, so this is a drop-off here. So where it goes down, it actually goes up. So
Yeah,
it's...
no, that's fine. So then I'll be facing the beastie.
Okay, it's hard to turn them around on this. There we go.
Yeah, sorry.
Right, it's okay.
So
No,
that's
it's
me.
fine. Right, it's their turn now. So the first one that you've just been attacking it's going to turn towards you, Raljin. It's going to fly towards you, and it's going to make...
I thought it was frozen.
And it's not frozen. It just took a very big hit. It didn't actually get frozen in place. So it's going to make its first attack on you. That is... I mean, it's definitely going to hit, but I'll see how much by. Yeah, that is a 24 to hit.
You've got +2 to your AC as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. That...
Yeah. So,
well, no, it's just future reference.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So...
Blah, blah, blah.
That is 10 points of damage.
Ow.
Yeah. Second attack is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
That one's going to miss. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
Is this with advantage, Phil?
Why would it be with advantage?
It's a charm.
It's the charm effect.
No, it's
isn't
not a
it?
charm. No.
Okay.
Okay.
No, this is Constitution, not Wisdom.
Oh, damn it, I don't have Con as a saving
Is this
throw.
to stop him shitting his pants?
15.
15. You're okay. So, I'm not going to say much more than that. Right, the next one, because these have all been very alerted to your presence, so they've seen this happen.
No, this is bad, people. This is bad.
So, hang on. So, 40 feet. So, it's going to go 6 tiles that way. It's
I thought the idea of this was not to alert the others.
It's going to go...
We,
hang on.
The idea was always get rid of the minnows first.
Yeah,
by
but one at a time, wasn't it?
4 tiles, so that's that. And it's going to use the rest of its movement, so it's going to go up again, so is that in line? It's really hard doing this. There we are.
This is so cool, it's
and
unbelievable.
Then it's going to fly up here towards you guys.
Oh my god.
And so that one is actually going to also go on Raljin, because you are a threat at the moment.
Phil, what are you using?
These, I'm using skills. So 8 tiles, is it standard movements?
Never heard of skills.
This is called Tailspire, and it's very good.
It's brilliant.
It's going to fly up by 2 tiles, and then it's going to go towards Sal.
Hey Phil, if you have to pay for this, let us all know. We'll have a whip round because this is really good.
I did have to pay for this, but it's,
no, well, I'll give you some money for it.
It's in the beta. So there's 8 tiles there, and then we're going to go up by 2 tiles, and we're going to fly in towards. We're going to get with full movement towards Ayla.
This reminds me of that meal I had at the Magpie Inn at Whitby.
Do you have calamari?
Yeah, how do you know? I had the mixed seafood dish.
So none of them are going to make. None of these are going to make any attacks this time because they moved. They used their two times their movement. So that's the end of their turn. They're just getting into place. Sal, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm just checking. Do I have sneak attack on creatures that haven't gone, or is that only assassin?
That's only assassin, I believe.
Hang on, Phil.
You get sneak attack because everybody they're within 5 feet of somebody else. So
Oh yeah, you'd get sneak
Well-
attack. Yeah,
Closer to us is that in melee range or?
it is in melee range. Yes.
So it's within
Phil?
5 feet of both me and Ayla.
Yes, it is. Yes, Simon. What was that?
I just sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I will after Sal's move. I will use brace
Okay.
because that is if something moves into range of me into melee range of me, I can attack it.
Okay.
It uses a superiority dice. But
Okay.
let Sal have a go first.
Is that a reaction?
It
will
is.
be.
It is a
It
reaction.
is.
So what would happen is you would actually do that before Sal.
Oh, you go first.
So
That's why I wanted to just check.
yeah.
Because basically, when a creature you see moves into reach of you,
Yeah.
and you have a melee weapon you are wielding,
Yeah.
you can use your reaction to expend one superiority dice to make one attack against that creature. Using that weapon, if the attack hits, add the superiority dice to weapon's damage roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So you can make an attack on either this one or this one because they
Right,
are both
so
within 5 feet of you.
Thinking strategically,
No. Yeah.
I'll attack the one you've highlighted now
Mhm.
because that's the one that can do damage to both of us.
Okay. Go for it. So you
Right,
turn your
so-
attention to this bad boy. What are you attacking with?
Right, I'm going to stab it with the special trident,
Okay. Go for it.
and I'll just roll a normal d20.
Yeah, roll a d20. This one is a +1 trident. It's not a +2 because it's got other magical abilities. So
Right,
you you add an additional +1 to this one, and then its damage is going to be 1d8 because you're using it in versatile.
Do I add my dex as well?
No, you use your strength.
Straight. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, so
Dex is when you throw it. Strength is when you hit with it.
right, okay, so I'm hitting with it. So it's a 22.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
I rolled a 19 on dice, thank goodness. And I had 3, so that's 22, and that's it, isn't it?
22 to hit. Yeah. So yeah, roll for damage.
No, but what I mean is that's my attack bonus is a 3. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I'd be much better off attacking it with a sword.
Well, do you have your sword equipped because you've got this in your hand?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is my likelihood of hitting it is far greater with my sword than it is with my trident.
Absolutely. You've got the trident because it's got the throwing capability and it's got the ability to control any of the creatures that you might see in the area. Apart from these.
Yeah, all I'm thinking of is that was sheer good fortune that I hit it. Next time I'm better off stabbing it with my sword, aren't I?
Possibly. It's up to you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fair. Well, thank God I hit it. Right. So I hit it. Right. Normally I don't roll as well as that. Crikey, I'm gonna have to because my sword's a +8. You see.
Yeah.
So that's what does the damage. Right. Anyway. So sorry. Carry on.
Roll for damage.
Sorry, I'm working this out. So damage is a what? D what?
1d8 plus your strength +1.
So 1d8. Oh, 6.
Okay.
Plus my strength, which is 3. So that's 9. Plus 1 is 10.
10 points of damage. Excellent. Boom.
But I
So-
attacked twice, don't I?
Yeah, but no, because this is your reaction.
Oh,
This-
that's right.
So you add your superiority dice as well.
Oh, of course I do. Which is a 5. That's
Hey,
15.
another 5.
So I'm
Okay.
going to swap into my sword.
Okay, so you what are you doing with the trident?
I'm keeping it,
Okay.
but I'm
So
obviously I'm.
You place
I
your
wanna
trident in your offhand and you put your sword into your...
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you told me I could go. If I left my shield,
Yes.
I
You can
could
hold the
go
trident
down
in
with
one
my-
hand and the sword in the other.
Yeah.
Yes.
so
I mean-
I'm just for the likelihood of hitting the damn thing.
Yes.
I'm going to go with sword. For magical properties, I'm going to use trident.
Okay. Okay, Sal, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to do, I guess, 2 attacks. One with my venom dagger and one with one of my normal daggers because they're light weapons.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Alrighty. So the first hit is a 25.
25 hits.
Alrighty, and that's with the venom dagger. So that is 1d4 plus 4 plus sneak attack. Oh, it's a rubbish roll. 19 points of damage. 19
points of damage, nice.
And then I will attack again with one of my regular daggers. So this, I don't add my modifier to the damage of this one, do
I? No. So hang on. What? So say that again. Sorry.
For the second dagger, I don't add my modifier.
You don't add your proficiency to. So you don't have two-handed fighting. So you don't add your proficiency to hits, basically.
I don't have my proficiency to hit. Okay,
yeah. So you don't add any proficiency to this one.
So that is just a 19 then.
19 hits.
Oh, sweet. So do I add the modifier to the damage? Or...
Yeah, you still add your modifier to the damage, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so that's another 7 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing with, if you're attacking with your offhand, it's classed as a bonus action, so you can't do any bonus actions, and you don't add your proficiency to it.
Oh, that's cool. And then I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. I would like both Ayla and Sal to both make Constitution saving throws, please. Because I'm assuming what you sort of did was simultaneously. So after you both attacked it with your melee, I would like you both to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Right, okay. I rolled a 15. Do I add my constitution to
that? Yes, you do.
So my constitution is... Constitution saving throws.
Yes.
I actually do quite well on that. That's 20 because I get +5.
You're fine. Sal, what did you roll?
Well, with my +1, I got a 6.
Oh. Okay. Sal. As you hit the creature, there's kind of like a misty cloud that kind of surrounds it, and as you get within range of it, you find yourself breathing in this cloud that surrounds it. You feel it becomes a little bit harder to breathe.
Oh shoot!
Right, that is your turn. What is your Constitution? What is your Constitution modifier? +1. Is it a +1? +1. Okay, that's fine.
I'm a weak little child.
Your saving throws different though.
Yeah, no, not for me. I don't have any extras in my Constitution.
Okay. Right. So, you're finding it. You start to find it a little bit harder to breathe.
Oh god.
Okay, that's your turn. Now it's you notice the two tentacles at the bottom. Both of them kind of grip the sides of the pond floor, the spring floor, and push. And you notice the ground begin to quake and quiver and crack and splinter. And the tentacles appear to crawl out slightly more, as if it's starting to break free. You start to get the feeling that if you don't push this thing back soon, you may be too late. As it's beginning to make its way through. We are now round to Ayla. It is your turn.
Right. Taking heed from what you've just said, I'm going to stop it from progressing with its movement.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
Well, I'm trying to think the best thing I can do. So we're talking about the big thing now.
Yeah, the big thing, which is... Hang on. 11 tiles away. So, what? About, let's say 12 tiles away. So 60 feet from you.
Well, I can't do it I can't...
Sorry?
I can't get close to it, so I'm going to have to attack it from range, aren't I?
Yeah, you're going to have to do something from range to push this thing back.
clear a path, I might be able to do something. I've got something in mind.
Right, okay. Yeah, have you got a clear path now?
He does not.
Right, so if I spend this go clearing a path for you, then you might be able to stop it from retreating. Is that correct?
All this conversation is.
My favourite fight we've ever had.
This is one of my favourite sessions we've ever had. It's just, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
And that could also be due to the fact that I'm drinking cocktails as well.
Nice.
I had a rum and ginger earlier, so it was a nice
Yay!
drink for us.
I've had a beer.
I love rum-based drinks.
I love
Tonight
rum-based drinks.
Anyway,
Tonight I'm
concentrate.
Sorry, we're all gonna die.
All right. So I'm going to clear a path for my esteemed colleague.
Okay.
Right. So where is my esteemed colleague?
He's this guy at the back.
All right then. So why hasn't he got? Because he's got the punch bag to the right of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just have a look at what I can do. So I'm gonna use one of my superiority dice to add to. Oh well, if I hit, I'm gonna make the decision. If I hit, I'm gonna when you make a weapons attack roll against a creature, you can expend one superiority dice to add it to the roll. Oh no, that's not that one. Oh yeah, when you make an attack, you can spend. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack it. Can I attack it with my sword, Phil?
You course you can attack it with your sword, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to hit it with my sword because I'm far more likely to hit the damn thing. Right, I'm going to use my sword,
Okay,
and I'm going to use a superiority dice to add to the damage.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okay, yeah, 15, that's good. So add 8 is 23.
Oh god, yeah, that's it. I thought you would just say 15 because I would have said miss, but no, 23 hits.
No, I added my. This is why I've swapped back to sword. You see, because I'd have only had 18 with a trident.
Love it.
And that's a big.
Go on then.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Give
so
me roll your damage.
Damage. So 1d8. So I'll do that. Oh, where the bastard thing gone? Oh, it's only a 4. So 4. Hang on a minute. 4 add 5 is 9, and then I had a superiority dice. 5 is 14.
14 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to do my second. I'm going to twat it again with my sword.
Okay.
So it's a miss. It's a score 10, and that's with my bonuses.
That's gonna miss. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry everyone.
Okay. We go back up to the top of the round, so it's now Raljin's turn.
Okay. So that one I'm currently facing, that doesn't look like it's directly next to me.
This one. It is in melee combat. I just can't get it. There we go. It should be more like there. It's really hard. There's no squares on this.
Okay. So I'm gonna put 2.
Phil, sorry. Can I just say I didn't use any movement? Could I try and push it back with my remaining movement?
That would still class as an attack, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Right. So go on, Rob.
I'll brought 2 attacks of opportunity. Screw it, worth it. I'm gonna swim out into the big cavern bit.
Okay.
As far as I can go.
So as far as you can go, so it's 15 feet.
No, I've got haste.
Oh yeah, so you can go a full. Hang on 1 second. Let me just zoom out a bit. So you can go a full 6 squares. Yep. So you are now floating above this creature.
Yeah, that's fine.
You take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I know.
The first one is 20.
Yeah, that one hits.
So you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the next one is another 20. Well, exactly the same thing. So you take... It's not as much. Oh, no. Sorry. 7 points of damage.
So it is, in fact, more.
It is, in
Fantastic.
fact, more. Sorry, I was supposed to roll 2 dice. In fact, you got away with less damage on the first one, so I'm not even going to go back and do it.
No, that's fine. Right. So then I'm going to...
Oh no, go back.
I'm going to turn and fire off an ice arrow again.
Okay.
Same target. Same target as before.
At the same target?
Yeah.
Okay. This one. Give me an
Yep.
attack roll.
Okay. Ooh. That's probably going to miss. That's only a 14.
14 does miss. You fire the arrow, and it flows, and the creature swerves around it, so it kind of twirls around, and its tentacles, it just misses, and the arrow fires off, hits the side, and just shatters.
Okay. Second attack.
Okay.
That's better. That is 18.
18, that hits.
And that is... so... 11... 18 total with 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
3 points of freezing damage.
So 6 points of freezing damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 18 plus 3. So that is 21 points damage.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, you've got one more attack.
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty weak. It's a few of its tentacles have actually frozen and fallen off.
I was hoping to get it with the first two, but I missed on the first one.
I know.
Okay, that is a dirty 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
God damn it, that's terrible. Alright. Okay, so that is 3, 8. So that's 12 points of damage, 4 of which is ice damage.
Okay, so 12 plus 4, 16.
Yeah.
16. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, that'll do. Yep, you kill it. It's gone. Right, so that one, as you fire your second, your third arrow, it goes through. It starts to go to swim forward towards you, and as you fire the ice arrow, it basically goes through into its mouth, hits it directly, like right in the back of its throat, or probably the back of its stomach, and shatters and breaks, and you just see it kind of and break apart, and be just chunks of this creature are now floating around. Some of them, which are frozen, just kind of fall and hit the ground before slightly floating off the ground. Yeah, that one's gone. So dead.
Ralshin thinks to himself.
Well done, Ralshin.
Ralshin thinks to himself, looks like we've got squidsicles, and is just like, damn it, no one can hear that. And then bonus action, transfer my hunter's mark over to the one that was next to it.
Yep, that's fine. I will make it glow so you can see that. There we go. Right, okay, that is your turn. It's Grinx's turn.
Okay, so I've got, 15 feet of movement because it's reduced. How much is that in real terms?
15 feet. Is that how you're trying to see how far you're
Well,
going to go?
yeah, I just logistically.
15 feet in real terms is 15 feet.
So that's...
If you go aim towards Ralshin, so
So if you want to avoid getting hit by this thing, you're going to want to go this way.
No. Have I got enough movement to get up to the one that's next to Erla?
Yeah.
I'm only messing.
You can get about there.
Okay, so I can get right up to it. So I'll swim up to it, and I'm going to stab it with one of the chum sticks.
Okay.
And my hope is it's going to cause the one next to him to go into a bit of a feeding frenzy and attack him next turn. But we'll see. That's 16 on dice plus 4, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
And that's what, 1d6 for the actual thing plus 2 for the, because it's a plus 2 thing.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 5 points damage there, plus 2d6 sneak attack because of Ayla's in range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 11 points of damage there.
11 points of damage on the one next to Ayla.
And
Okay.
bonus action, because I haven't used a spell this turn, I'm going to Misty Step using my ring, because I've got it stored in there, towards Raojin. So that's 30 feet unimpinged movement.
Okay. So let me
it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
No, it doesn't. So 30 feet gets you there.
Sweet.
Right next to him. I'm going to make an intelligence roll on the one because of what you wanted. Bear in mind these creatures are pretty intelligent. That's going to succeed. That's a 14, and I think that's enough for it. So it doesn't go into a feeding frenzy on its friend, unfortunately. But nice try. You did some good damage on it. Right. It's now their turn. So, this one's definitely going to attack Ayla because Ayla attacked it. So I'm going to. Oh, hang on. We're going to go on this one first. Apparently, the computer's telling me. So we'll do this one on Sal first. Sal, first attack on you. That is a 16.
Yes.
That hits. Oh, actually, sorry. I really do apologise. I'm going to go back because this is a rule. Ayla, can you make a Constitution saving throw from your turn, please?
I did that. Oh no, I did it for the
when you attacked again.
That's right. Yeah. I rolled a 17 on dice, and I have to add my.
Yeah, with all your bonuses, you're fine. And Grinks, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
It's low. It's 13, but I've got a plus 2. I think. 1 second. I'll just check. Constitution. Yeah, 13 plus 2, so 15.
You're okay. Right. So the first one. Sorry, it rolled a 16 to hit you. So Sal, so you take 5, 6, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Oh, that's going to miss. That's a 12 to hit.
Yeah.
So that doesn't hit. And can you please make a Constitution saving throw, please? Because it hit you.
I'm already not doing well. Oh, that's better. Okay. So that's 16 plus 1, 17.
17's fine. You succeed on that one. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. That's the first one's turn. The next one's going on you, Ayla. Ba-ba-da-bum. So first attack is gonna miss. That is a 14 to hit. Second attack. Oh bloody hell! I'm gonna change dice. That is a 12 to hit.
Miss.
Yep. So that's I'm changing dice.
If it's any consolation, Phil, I missed it with one of mine. So.
This one is going to swim out towards you guys.
God, I love how they move.
I do it on purpose as well.
I think it's amazing.
It's just like playing with like spaceships as a kid, where you make them move.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Yeah. Fish, aquatic spaceship.
They are very cool. First attack on Grinks. That is 26 to hit.
There's naff all I can do about that. Yep.
Yeah, that is 17 points of damage.
Yep.
Next one. 14 to hit.
Miss.
That's that turn. But sorry, I need to keep remembering to do this. Ayla, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I've just done that.
No, another one. Oh no, it didn't hit you, did it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Grinks,
Do I need to make a Constitution?
Grinks, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
16 on dice. If 15 last time, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're okay. Right. Okay. It's now Sal's turn. Sal, you over the last 6 seconds of everything that's been going on, you're trying to take a breath, and suddenly you start to realise that the potion of water breathing is not working, and
Sal, go to the top.
you are not, you can't, it's not working at all. You cannot breathe.
Go to the
You
top.
suddenly find yourself having to hold your breath.
Sal, drop everything and go to the top.
Alright, wait. How many rounds do I have before I suffocate?
So, the rule is it's 1 minute plus your constitution.
Oh god.
So you only have 2 minutes, which actually isn't enough to get you to the top.
It's not enough to get me to the top.
No, you took you 5 minutes to get down here.
What?
Shit, what's she gonna do?
Did we not bring any spares? Does anyone have any magic?
Right. What about? I'm right next to her. Can I see her struggling?
Not with your passive perception, no.
Shit.
You're too involved in the fight.
Shit. You're gonna have to start gesturing wildly.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to reach out and touch Aylar. Just kind of point to the surface. I'm gonna drop the tridents and just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say that you can try and get to the surface in half the time if you make a series of successful checks on this.
Here's the other thing as well. I can use my bonus action to dash.
Yes, you can, which I will allow.
I will have 3... So I can move 45 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Okay, with that, you will be able to get to the top in just 2 minutes. So yeah, but that's gonna be and I didn't mean to scuff you on this. This is just the way this particular thing works.
No.
It's
Oh no.
Right, can I just take a moment to take a reality check? How many things are we fighting?
Got 3 left, plus the big thing.
Right, and one of us is going to die unless we get to the top. I don't think this is... Personally, this is only my gut as a fighter. I think we got to think about keeping us all alive here.
You guys are you guys doing okay?
Yeah.
If I can... I'm out
Yeah,
of this fight, basically.
Yeah, but basically, you're not going to make it to the top, are you?
You can get to the top. You'll tell you what, just on.
I just need to do some checks. Like I'm fast.
So
I will get to the top. I just won't be in this.
Let me do the math. 200 feet down. Okay. In fact, you're not even 200 feet down because you've got about 40 feet on that. So you're 160 feet down. So if you can move and dash, how fast can you move in 1 round?
45 feet.
45 feet. So you can move 90. So 90 in 2 rounds. So 12 seconds is 90. 135 in 3 rounds. 100. So you'll be able to get to in 4 rounds. You can get up to the top.
And how many rounds?
Doing the math, and that's if you just literally spell. The only reason it took you 5 minutes to get down is because you were, you're observing and going down cautiously.
Yeah, we weren't rushing.
Yeah.
The way down.
Yeah.
So.
I'm guessing we weren't going straight down.
No.
Around 6 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. DM question.
Yes.
If Sal was to successfully make a constitution check, would the water breathing thing kick back in?
No.
No.
Right.
No.
If she got to the top and they re-administered the spell, would it kick in?
So, I'm not going to reveal too much at this point.
Fair enough.
So, essentially, at the moment, all you know is you can no longer breathe underwater.
Yeah.
So, Sally,
I'm basically pointing and then going. Like, all this actual strategy isn't happening because Sal's self-preservation.
Yeah.
Sal, are you dropping the trident?
I'm dropping the tridents.
Okay.
Just helps you get to the top quicker.
Yeah, I'm basically dropping all the extra stuff, but it'll still be next to you if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gone.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm going to take an attack of opportunity as I go.
Yes, it will take an attack of opportunity on you. And it's going to miss with a 12.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, so you're swimming upwards. So, let's go.
Okay,
I
so
can't-
4 rounds.
can't
I
see us
might not
making
be
this.
out of this fight for this entire battle. But
Um,
I'm
Yeah,
going to just really hope that Jan's got some more potions. My guys.
Right, okay, can I jump back down here, please? Thank you. Right.
Good luck, guys.
So you've swum out of there.
We're not going to make this because we're going to fail a Constitution saving for soon.
Well, you'll see what happens.
Positively, guys, you've all got good constitution.
To be honest, before going down, you were warned about melee combat with these things.
No, I'm not criticising you, Phil.
Oh, no.
It's a brilliant session.
I think it's great. It's great.
I'm trying to stay out of melee range.
They're fast. They're fast.
No,
Right.
no, I'm not knocking you, Phil. I think it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic.
The Constitution saving throw, if it's any solace to any of you, the Constitution saving throw when they attack you is for a different thing for when you attack them. So it's two different things. Anyway, so it's the Kraken's turn, or the tentacle creature's turn. It's going to attempt to push its way out, and this time it's going to roll.
Oh, come on, guys.
Okay, so that it's the same thing. Hang on, let me move along so I can get into it.
We're gonna have to stop this.
The both tentacles go down again, and you swear, Raljin and Grinks, you can see what looks like a mouth.
Hit the mouth, guys. Hit the mouth.
Open up, and several sharp teeth, sort of growling and spitting out a pungent smell out into the water. And a warm, like a warm, warm sensation sort of comes out into the cold water.
Grinks, fire some of that poison chum into its mouth.
Okay, Alar, it's your turn.
Okay. Which one of these two bad boys is looking the weakest?
This one here is looking the weakest.
Phil, are there any mass swarms of fish near the big?
There's quite a lot of fish around, and there is other marine life, but you'd have to take a little bit of time to look.
I just want a quick glance, really. I mean, I'm a bit of a
with a quick
connoisseur myself.
With a quick glance, you can see with a quick glance, you can see swarms of a type of fish called a quipper, which is almost like a piranha type fish.
So can I send a swarm of that towards the Kraken thing, whatever it is?
You would have to use an action, obviously, to mind control them, to dominate
I
them.
want to use the trident to just send us. To send a swarm of that stuff to stop this thing moving.
Okay, so you see a swarm of quipper float past, and you extend the trident out towards them, and you sort of you don't really know what you're doing, but something works.
Story of Alar's life, really.
Yeah. Something works, but they need to obviously make a saving throw. So I just need to find out what it is. It 15? Did I say? The saving throw was?
I don't know.
I think it was 15, Phil, yeah.
15. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, they're swimming, and suddenly, this light almost goes around, and each of their eyes begin to glow slightly, and they all turn around, stop. There's a swarm of about 20 of these fish. They all stop. Swarm is classed as one monster, BTW. They all stop, and they're looking at you, awaiting a command.
I'm going to command these piranhas straight into the mouth of this beast.
Into the mouth of it?
No, into its eyes. Into its eyes. Into its eyes.
Okay.
Its eyes?
You can't see the eyes. You can only see its mouth and its tentacles.
Get them to bite.
I'm going to get them to bite. I'm going to get them to bite its tentacles.
Okay, so I haven't got a mini for piranha, I'm afraid, but a swarm.
I want to bite its eyes, really, but they
you can't see them yet. A swarm of piranha suddenly turn and head straight down towards the Kraken and begin to attack and nibble and bite at the tentacles that are coming out of the water. The Kraken with this, let me just get my monster manual.
His name is Emmanuel.
Monster Emmanuel, yeah. Hey, straight onto the right page. They do. How much damage? Okay. It all depends on how much damage you do to it, to how far back it goes. Nice. Okay.
Roll.
So they do 2d6.
Wait, are you going for the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going for the big one.
I've got to stop it from retreating. Well,
From pushing through. So 2d6 points of piercing damage.
I'm hoping it distracts it, Ralgin, and stops it retreating.
Oh, 4d6. I do apologise.
Okay.
That
I
is.
like that even now you think we're trying to stop it from retreating.
Well, stop it from pushing through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
15 points of damage to push it back.
I'll do.
So that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swarm Equipper, who knew? And that's going to be your turn.
Hang on, I get
You
attacks,
only get
right?
2 attacks if you attack.
Yeah.
So you
That
didn't
didn't
actually
count as an
attack.
attack,
That didn't
yeah.
count as an attack. That was an action. So
All
you
right,
don't
so
actually get
can I-
another attack.
Can I use my special ability then?
You can action surge, of course.
Action surge. Which one of these two horrible looking things wants to fight? Who's looking the weakest?
This one's looking the weakest.
Right, I'm going to smash it over the head with my sword.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Oh, and it is. Guess what? It's a natural 20.
Nice.
Boom.
Give me damage. Double it.
I haven't rolled one of them for a long time. Right, let's have a look. So 1d8. No, 1. Yeah. 1d10. Oh, I rolled a d8 last time. It's a d10, idiot. Oh. Bloody idiot, aren't I? I really am. I rolled the longbow. Oh, it's a 10. It's a 10 as well. So that's a 20 plus
Nice.
5. Plus 5 is 15.
Is what? So
25.
25.
Yeah.
Nice. 25 points
Is
of
that
damage.
doubled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Doubled.
Yep.
Yeah, it's doubled.
So yeah, with the double. So yeah, that one is dead.
Boom.
Dead.
In here, I just mutters a victory roar of blub, 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 blub,
Okay.
which
Hang on.
translates to eat fish, mother. Blub, blub, blub.
Okay. Still got to make a Constitution saving throw.
You are joking. This is going to be the end of me, this. Right, so I roll a d20 and add...
Your Constitution.
which is 5. Saving throw, that's 5.
You don't get advantage on Constitution checks with being fighter.
No.
But I do get plus 5, which is quite high. That's right, innit, Phil?
Yeah.
So I've got a pip in Constitution saving throws.
Absolutely.
So I get
Well,
plus 5.
Do
So
you
what-
add your?
It's a 10 plus 5 is 15.
Yeah, you're good. You're okay.
Oh, I didn't
You're
think
all right.
I was. Oh. Did the plus 5 save me then?
If you'd have stayed at 10, you would have been drowning. Okay. Raljin, it's your turn.
Alright. Okay, let's see. So.
Hang on a minute. I action surged, but I only used one attack.
Yeah,
Oh.
he gets second
Oh yeah,
attack.
good point. You get a second attack. This guy here.
Thank goodness my
Finish
brain.
it.
He's itching for it.
Moments. Right. Oh, it's ugly, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's your model.
18
18 hits.
plus. Excuse me, that'll be the cocktail. 8.
That's part of the attack.
It dies.
Well,
It's
he's
dead.
trying to
Yeah.
get used to
Yeah.
breathing underwater. And Sal, he's not used to breathing underwater. He's burping and gulping and spluttering. So 18 plus 8 is 26.
20.
So he rolls a
Yeah, 26 definitely hits. Yep. Roll for damage.
It's a 9, and 5 is 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's still alive. But I think that's the end of your turn now, isn't it?
I want to add a superiority dice to add to damage.
Okay, yeah, go for it. What superiority ability are you using?
Yeah, the one where I had the damage, which I'll tell you which one it is.
Is it lunging
It's
attack?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So roll one superiority.
I can choose pre or post that roll. Oh, it's only a 2. It's only a 2.
Two's still good. Okay. It's Ralgin's turn now then. So move across to Ralgin.
Okay.
I like the way Griggs is just elf spellcaster.
Yeah. Yeah, I should rename him actually. Let's rename him to Grinks.
Oh, come on, guys. This is the hardest challenge we ever fought, I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's not changed up there, but it's changed there.
I think we're 2 rolls away from having to give up on this. I really do.
Right.
Come on, think positively, Ayla. You're meant to be our golden retriever. Come on.
No, I believe we can do it, but I believe also which is what appeals to Eli. He likes that sort of thing.
Right. Okay.
I'm getting us some more potions.
Am I next to that, or is Grinks between me and it?
Grinks is between you and it.
All right. So I'm gonna swim my 30 feet backwards again.
Okay.
But kind of like, not directly backwards, more. Yeah. All right. So diagonally. Yeah. That way.
Okay. So 6 tiles. There you are, directly above the Kraken at the moment.
Fine by me. Okay. So I'm going to. Hang on. Is this the Hunter's Mark one?
This one, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Oh, son of a. That's annoying.
Valzin, you're so posh.
No, it's I got a nat 20, but I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Yes.
So that is a 21 instead.
It still hits, but it's not nat 20.
Yeah. So that is. Okay. So that's pretty poor for me. That is 5, 10, 14, 15 points of damage, only one of which is ice damage.
So 16 instead.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Second attack. Again?
Damn.
Alright, that's 25.
25 still hits. You see, if you'd been using the spears and the tridents, you don't roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, I know, but I do more damage.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
So, okay. That makes up for it, so that's 11, 14, 18 points of damage, 4 of which is ice. So,
Okay, so 22. Okay. That's your turn.
No.
So,
third attack.
Oh,
hasted.
third attack. I do apologise.
Yeah.
Go on, Valzin.
How's it
kill
looking, by the way?
This one, sorry?
How's it looking?
It's still looking alright.
Shit.
Alright. 20. Sorry, no, not 20. 15.
15 points. 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Misses. So your third attack, you're firing it, and it goes underneath it, and too many tentacles to hit.
So bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you'll allow me to do this as a bonus action, but I want to try and draw its attention away from Grinks because he's too close to it and he's very squishy.
Okay, so bonus action would be
Action.
distract. So that's actually technically an action.
Ah, never mind.
So yeah,
Alright.
sorry, I do apologise.
Just go blub, 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 blub.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be an action to distract. It's like the help action. Right. So that's your turn. Grinks, it is your turn.
I mean, now it's Grinks.
I'm going to use the battered hilt that is with the loop that's around my wrist. Grip hold of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look down at the big beastie's beak sticking through the rift.
Yeah.
Am I within 90 feet? I presume I would be.
I believe you are, but let's find out. Let's get me ruler out here. Go. So you are 8 tiles away. So that is 8 times 5. 40. So you're 40 feet away. So no, you're fine.
Well within range. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
3rd level.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Lightning.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's 19 on dice plus 6, 25 to hit the beak.
Yes.
Okay. So 25 to hit the beak. That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, so that is 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 plus 8, 30 points of lightning damage.
Okay. It takes 60 points of lightning damage. Everyone else takes 15 points of lightning damage from being in the water. As this chromatic orb goes down, it hits it square
with
on.
Sculpt Spell? I'm just curious.
It kills. Sorry.
Sculpt Spell means people I choose not to take damage from that.
It's all right.
I'm just curious.
15's fine. I'm gonna kill it.
No, because this isn't a spell that would normally hit. Would it normally hit others in range?
No, it wouldn't. It's a single.
Yeah.
thing.
So no, this wouldn't work then. It's because you're in the water.
Okay. Yeah, that's obvious, though, but
yeah,
the point is we're gonna kill it.
All the quippers are dead. They've been incinerated by the lightning that was hitting that area. Everyone else takes 15 points of damage, including the aboleths.
Is Sal in range to take this damage?
Sal will also take damage, but I'm going to say you take 7.
Okay.
Because of your distance from it.
Fair point.
Very confused and scared right now.
Yeah.
She's like getting toasted on the way up.
There's a sudden, and you feel a shock through your body. It kind of stops you momentarily, but then you carry on going.
It might make you feel, Sal, that your friends down below are toasted.
Possibly.
I'm not feeling great about that.
Whose turn? Sorry, is that your turn?
Yeah. Did it push it back into the?
It retreats slightly more. It's still not pushed back completely, but it does retreat more. And the tentacles it kind of pushed back. You can no longer see the mouth. The tentacles are slightly sticking out.
Keep doing what you're doing, because although we're taking a hit, that's taking a much, much bigger hit.
Okay, it's their turn now. So the first one is going to attack you, Grinks. That is 22 to hit.
1 second. I want to work out whether I can fend this off. So 22, so 17 because I've got my mage armor. If it's equal to, it still hits.
Is mage armor concentration?
No.
Is it not?
You cast it, it lasts 8 hours.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, if it hits my armor class, it still hits me. So there's nothing I can do. I'm just gonna have to take the hit.
Okay, so you take 16 points of damage and need to make. And can you please make a Constitution?
Let me just do the damage first, because this could. I've taken a lot of damage recently, and I'm squishy. So 32
Have you?
16, did you say?
16, yeah.
I've got about 12 hit points left.
Okay. Also roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw is 15 again, but I think I also need to make a concentration check on haste.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, 19 on dice.
So, okay. Okay.
And 18 for the previous one as well, so it's fine.
Okay.
I've taken 2.
Okay. Right. That's its first attack. Second attack. 16.
Misses.
Misses. All right.
Bounces off the mage armor.
This one on Ayla. 21 to hit.
Hits.
That is 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Done.
Next one is
10 points of damage. That's fine.
15 to hit. Well, misses, I'm guessing.
Yeah, misses.
Nope. Can you make a Constitution check, please?
Yes, I
Constitution
can.
saving throw.
But you hit me and missed, so I could attack you.
Oh, right, okay. Well, do the Constitution for the first hit first.
Cool.
Then if you're going to parry, then you can... Is it parry that you're going to do?
Well, no, it's riposte. I was going to use for the one that...
No, fair enough.
So here we go. It's 16.
16 is fine. You are not affected.
Right, so can I do riposte?
You can do riposte, absolutely.
Oof, bloody hell. 18 add 8 is 26.
Okay, 26 hits. Roll for damage.
So let me just check riposte. This is what it says. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you may use a reaction, expend one superiority dice, make a melee weapons attack to that creature. If you hit, add the superiority dice to the attack. Yep, cool. So it's a D10 plus my bonuses plus a 6. Great. So let's do that. 5 plus 5 is... Add another 5 is 15.
15 points of damage. Cool. It's looking weak. It's looking pretty weak.
Okie dokie.
Sal, it's your turn. You're going to spend your turn swimming again, I'm guessing.
So I just want to double check, right? Okay. How many rounds? It would only have taken me 4 rounds to go up if I dash every round.
Yeah, it's
right?
4 rounds if you dash every round, yeah.
Okay. So
Just get yourself up there.
Yeah, but I feel bad. Can I?
Save yourself.
Okay. No, I'm gonna use my action to shoot the one that's on Grinks.
No.
Okay, give
Don't
me
kill yourself.
an attack roll.
Oh no,
I can't
Sal.
hear you. You can't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Sal, Sal, don't kill yourself.
Shut up.
Oh, Sal.
Shut up. 19.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Oh, Sal.
Shut up! Stop trying to discourage me from doing this, or I won't do it. Oh, it's not even that great. Okay, so that is. Oh wait, it's in melee with someone else.
Yes, it is.
So I also roll.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack
So,
damage.
okay, so that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
1 point of acid damage.
Okay.
And 16 points of sneak attack damage.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And then I am going to swim 15 feet up, and I am going to dash 15 feet up.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my free action to curse myself for being so weak.
Oh, well, no, don't curse yourself, because actually when you fire your crossbow and shoot this thing, you kill it. So as you fire it down,
Sal, well
and Grinks,
done.
you're just it's just about to attack Grinks one more time, and this crossbow bolt comes from above, shoots it straight through the head, comes out the bottom of its chin, and it
Sal
just...
didn't even see that because they shot and then they kept swimming. And as far as they're concerned, because the reason they stopped is because they felt this sort of jolt, and they were like, "Oh shit, that's what one of the things did."
Yeah. So
And
yeah,
so,
you
as far as
continue
I'm
to move, but
concerned,
yeah,
I've
you
just
think-
done something, but everyone else is gonna die, and I'm being a coward, and I might still die.
I think the drinks will be in Sal's honour when we get to the top.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you guys get to the top.
So
Yeah.
it dies, and
You can try.
it's kind of floating there, slowly floating upwards away from you, Grinks. So that is Sal's turn, still moving to the top. To be honest, with the distance, you can still probably make it to the top in the 4 rounds, because you only sacrificed 30 foot, I believe, so I think you're fine.
Thank God for that.
Right, it's the Kraken's turn.
Oh, no.
It's going to push its way up slightly more to try and get out of this. The ground begins to bulge and crack. You actually notice that the actual rift itself begins to get bigger. The area around you begins to shake and shudder, and the bits of rock and everything begins to fall down into the cavern. Raljin and Grinks, because you are in the cavern, I'd like you two to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, no.
No, it's not too bad.
Only I was really good at Dex.
I know, that is fine. That, you know.
20.
Hang on. 22.
22, you both succeed as these rocks fall down and sort of like collapse into the chasm that you are in. You manage to sort of swim out of the way as they just fall and disappear into the green glowing rift below. We are up to Aylar's turn, I believe.
Right.
Finish it, Aylar.
I'm going to finish it. I'm going to absolutely go to town on this mofo. Right, okay. So, sword, because I'm going to more likely to hit with a sword.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 16 is brilliant. Plus 8 is 24.
That will hit, yeah. Roll for damage.
Right, okay. So I've got 2 superiority dice left. Do I use one? That's the question. No, I'm not going to use one because I've only got 2 left, so I'm going to keep it. And
Okay.
I'm just going to roll normal damage roll, and I'm going to hope that's enough.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 3 out of 5 is an 8.
8. It's still standing or swimming.
Alright, I'm going to hit it again. That's rubbish, that 8. Rubbish. 15, add 8 to 23.
23 hits.
Hey! I've rolled a 10, so I've smashed it with a 10. Add a 5 is 15.
Yeah, that's gonna kill it. Well done.
Yes! Oh,
So you slash it. However, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I can do that. Let's have a look. Let me just check I think it's plus 5. Constitution saving throw plus 5. Okay. Brilliant. 16 plus 5 is 21.
Yeah, you're
I'm
fine.
rolling quite well.
You are absolutely fine. Okay, so that is your turn. You've still got movement if you want to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Where are the other guys? I'm gonna move towards the other guys.
Right, okay, yeah.
Okay. And in fact, no, I'm not, because that makes us all a condensed target. I'm gonna move away from the other guys, but towards the enemy.
About there.
Yep. Yeah.
I do like the fact that you actually think tactically. I think it's great. You're a fighter and you think tactically. It's great.
Well, I'd like to think that I bring the fighting sort of approach to the fighting character.
Absolutely. Right, Raljin, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to Hunter's Mark one of the tentacles. It doesn't matter which one.
It doesn't matter. It's the same creature. So, yeah.
Um,
I like how if I move them, it makes the ground shake. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Okay, so
the distance you are between that and that is about 30 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm well within range.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 to hit. That hits. Hang on, does it? Yes, it does. 21 hits.
God for that. Okay, so that is... Oh, that's pretty bad. 9... 11... Oh, wait! Hang on. I've cost myself so much in extra damage with this. Because I keep forgetting about my bloody bow attack bonus as well. So that is 12 points of damage, 2 of which is ice damage.
Okay, 12 points of damage, 2 of which that's 14 in total.
Second attack.
Okay.
That is 24 to hit.
Okay, give me a damage roll.
Yeah, that's better. 12, 16, 4 of which... 17, 4 of which is ice damage.
17, 4 of which is ice damage, so 21.
And how long does haste last? Sorry.
Haste lasts Grinks.
It's 10 turns.
10
Oh, cool.
turns. So
Yeah.
you're fine. 10 turns, not 10 rounds. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's 60 seconds, so it's
10 rounds. 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you do that and you fire twice at this creature, you notice it sink down below the green portal line.
Okay. I'm still gonna take my 3rd shot.
Okay.
Actually, what is the range on your arrows? Yours could be the signal to tell them to release the spell.
Underwater,
underwater,
it's not as far. What's the
It's-
range?
It's still pretty far. It's like 120, I think. But
Longbow, longbow. Where is it? Longbow. There we are. 150 feet.
150. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the minimum range. You can't do it's
Yeah, I can't go any higher than that.
So 150.
Anyway, so that was a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll for damage.
And that was 10, 15, 20 points of damage, 6 of which was ice damage.
Okay, 20 points of damage, 6 of which was ice, so additional 6 at 26. Okay.
So, then for my bonus action, I'd like to just wave my arms in Grinks' direction and point upwards, as in to go.
Okay. Grinks, you see Raljin, you see this tentacle kraken creature disappear into the portal, and you can't actually see it anymore. What are you doing?
How high up am I?
You guys are 100.
From where I am. So yeah, I just want to know how far down I am.
So you're 170 feet down.
Okay, so if I and what did we say about fireballs? Or fire damage. They're not as effective at all.
Fire damage. It's half damage.
Yeah.
No. My question is, I've got a range of 120 feet on fire bolt.
Oh right, okay.
So
damage.
In theory, if I swim up bonus action, that should get me to the surface. I should be able to send up a flare. That by my by my working. That sounds. So I'm gonna do that. So move me up my movement and dash.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Firebolt cantrip.
It's about there. Whoa, there you are. And
I'm hoping I'm going to try and avoid the line that Sal took when they went up. Because I really don't want to cast. I don't want to hit Sal on the way up.
Okay.
I'm literally going to hold my battered hilt up and just cast Firebolt.
Cast Firebolt. You see Firebolt. Fire. It's like burning through the water, going higher and higher until it eventually. Jan and what the hell is his name again? Forgot his name. Jario. Jan and Jaria, who are at the top, suddenly see this, and this tiny little burst out of the water, and immediately complete the incantation on the circle. You notice as you guys are looking down at the portal below, the green begins to fade and become almost black and dark. It begins to seal in on itself, and there is suddenly a bolt of green light that sort of emanates through the center of the spring, the oasis that you're in. Anyone else that's sort of like higher up will see this green bolt go right past them and illuminate the whole oasis, and for a moment the entire blue oasis turns green. Eventually the green pulse subsides, and as you look down, the crack that was there's still a gaping crack, a chasm in the bottom of the oasis. However, there is no longer a portal. You do, however, find that there is a pulling sensation, as there is now a great big hole in the bottom of the oasis, and the water is falling into it. So you are now all, at the moment, being pulled down by this down pull of the water. If you'd like to swim away from this, I would like you all to make athletics checks, please, to swim away from this.
What happens if you don't want to swim away from it?
You go down into the black.
All right, I'll swim away from it.
You find yourself falling down further, and you'll be pulled down further and further into this.
No, it's just you had. If you'd like to swim away from it, so I thought there might be an option to not.
It is an option, but it's not a good
It's an
one.
option. It wouldn't be a good one. So, everyone, give me athletics checks to swim away from it, please.
Okay, I've rolled a 12 and I had a 4. That's a 16.
You're okay. You begin to swim ahead of it, and as you're pushing yourself up, you notice the water level is actually coming down as the spring is falling down. Sal, I'm actually going to say, actually, can you? I'll go with Sal next. Actually, your strength check, please, or athletics.
Do I have any sort of advantage being higher up?
Nope. No, it's still pulling you downwards.
Cool.
I'm not going to say you have advantage. Difficulty is lower, though.
No, okay, well, it's going to have to be a lot lower because I roll a 2, and I have -1.
Oh!
Grinks.
Grinks.
Not very strong.
Right, can I just say, if it comes to it and I see Sam going below...
Sal is struggling.
Yeah. So,
can I not grab her?
Well, it sounds a fair way up above us all.
Yeah. Well, actually, Grinks, you would actually see that Sal is actually struggling and coming down towards you and trying to swim, but is actually being pulled down towards you. Grinks, I'd like you to make your athletic saving throw first, though, please.
Oh, no, I don't want to. 15, and athletics is based on strength, so 16.
16. You're actually okay. And you can actually see Sal failing to
can I
push
try
against
and
this.
maneuver myself towards Sal?
You can start maneuvering your way towards Sal, absolutely. Raljin, can I have yours, please?
Question. Oh, I was going to say, never mind. I was going to say, could he roll with advantage because he's still got haste? Because he can move twice as fast.
I'll say that it won't roll with advantage, but he can actually push away from it. Difficulty is a lot lower. But yeah, your dirty 20 will do it. You're actually swimming quite proficiently away from this. So everyone that rolled above a 16 or 16 or above, you're managing to sort of swim and keep yourself not swimming away from it, apart from Raljin. Raljin is, but stopping yourself from getting pulled down into it. Sal, you are not, and you're almost falling through the water. It's really bad because you can see the surface of the water. You can see it, and you can see the boats coming toward you as well. However, you are trying to get to it, but you're being sucked down into this black abyss at the bottom of this of this oasis. You zoom past Grinks. Grinks, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try and grab Sal.
Give me a dexterity.
Oh, thank God it's dexterity. Do I add anything? Could it be acrobatics? Because I'm going to try and use my body to...
I will allow acrobatics on this check.
Okay, so 24.
24 is enough. You grab Sal. Now, I'd like you to make a separate strength check to see if you can stop yourself being pulled down with Sal.
So straight strength.
Yep.
18.
Yes. So Sal,
mage.
Sal, you find yourself going out, and then suddenly you feel a hand wrap around your arm, and you see Grinks. He is swimming with all of his might, pulling against the vacuum of this, of you guys being pulled down into this black abyss. You're swimming as high as you can until eventually the suction stops and the water level seems to sort of rest. You all find yourself that it's sort of like it's everything's gone calm. You find that you're not that far from the surface now. You manage to altogether swim towards the top and get to the boats and pull yourself up out of the water, and you notice you are now quite a way down. A lot of this oasis has been emptied out, you find that you've succeeded. You've stopped the you've closed the rift and stopped the Kraken from escaping. Well done. Jario's just like, I have never held on to a boat like that You can see him like trembling. It's like, did we succeed? I'm assuming we succeeded. That wasn't the Kraken coming out and getting us, was it?
No, we're good.
Oh, good.
I need a drink.
Yeah,
me
he
too.
needs a drink.
I haven't drank in like 2 years, but me too. We'll say, and Sal, as you sort of pull your head out of the water, you find yourself being able to breathe again.
I have a question that's maybe plot relevant. You said there was a lot of suction. What happened to my mask during that?
That probably would have pulled down. In that, yeah, you probably would have found it quite hard to keep that. So as you actually come up the water, your mask is actually your face is in full view. Your hood will be down and everything like that.
Well then you all see scarring that goes from ear to ear across Sal's face in what would be called a Glasgow smile, but very much like the scars on Brinks's back, there is some necrotic damage that has eaten away at these scars to the point where you can see holes in their face that the teeth are showing through.
Necrotic damage, scars.
I'm just gonna lean into Sal because I presume I was still holding on to him while we was going up. I'd just say, your mask slipped.
Regardless of that, Ayla went.
Ayla went
apart together and said, "What?"
Sorry, say that again, Sam.
I just want to get everyone together and say, "What happens now? No matter what we face, you."
Cliffhanger.
You.
You just got you. You what?
Just you.
You.
Dick. You ran away. That's what Sal's thinking.
Is he there?
Someone blunged.
Am I family?
There he is.
He's still going. He's just muted.
No, I'm not muted.
It's all about family.
We didn't catch any of that at all. It went quiet.
It did. But we heard you are my family.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Sal, as soon as they're on the boat, is basically just
all I'm gonna say is
curled into a ball and covered their face up with their hands, and you just kind of see them shaking.
I'll
Right.
reach over for my coat and I'll just drape it over Sal and just gently pat him on the shoulder. Thanks for the save.
yeah, I'm gonna go to Sal and say what you.
Something wrong with your connection at the moment, Simon. You keep starting things.
I shouldn't chuckle, but it's like these really emotive bits and it just cuts out.
What did you say, Simon? No.
You are dead to me.
That's really annoying, that. I bet he said something really nice. I bet his internet connection is just not as good.
I want to hear what he said.
Simon, are you there? Right, we'll tell you what, we'll catch him in a minute while... Hang on, you may have to repeat that, Simon, because I think your internet is stopping you halfway through sentences and then dropping your sentences in.
Yeah. Moment is going silent.
Right, I'll come back to that in a moment while I do sort of like the
I want to know what it is.
The epilogue. Yeah, type it up, Si. While I do the epilogue of this. So, eventually, you guys managed to row the boat back to not shore, but kind of the edge of the oasis, and you have to climb out from there. You notice all sorts of different sort of like animals as you're going that have been revealed as this oasis. There's like giant crocodiles and octopuses and crabs, all sorts of things that you could have used with that trident. And
that would have been useful.
Yeah.
whale.
A whale. No,
I
I wasn't going to put a whale. There was a shark.
Nice
there was a hunter shark. There was a giant constrictor snake. There was.
We picked quippers.
Yeah.
Tridents.
Anyway, you managed to climb out, and eventually, I'm assuming you'll head back to the watering hole or whatever it is, the drinking hole, to get a drink and gather yourselves. We'll say after about an hour, roughly an hour, 45 minutes, around about the time that your potions of water breathing wear off. You're all sort of sat around having a drink and just sort of celebrating. Ralgin with his water, Grinks with his many pints, and Sal, you're just in the middle of drinking one of your drinks. You take a gulp, and you're about to take a breath, and you can't.
What?
You can't breathe. You suddenly find that you can no longer breathe oxygen.
Son of a...
What?
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. And we've gone for nearly an hour more than what we normally do, but you know that was a fantastic session. So thank you so much for that, guys. I really, really enjoyed that.
I think I've just taken like 50 points of emotional damage.
So yeah, what we're gonna do, we'll definitely come back next week to find out if Sal survives not being able to breathe, and we will. I've had fun tonight. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm glad that you enjoyed the map that I did, and that battle was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. There was a lot of things in there that could have tripped you up. A lot of things you could have done, but yeah, amazing. So thank you very much. And I think what we'll do is we'll call it crits for the stream for now.
Brilliant.
And we'll. I loved it. It was great. So thank you very much, guys.
Brilliant.
We'll call it crits for the stream. And bye everybody.
Bye. Best session ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon back.